Give me just a moment getting some things set up. Okay, so we're going to test this out and see if all of the streams can hear. I may need to change my settings. So give me just one moment. There. Turn the volume on here. Okay, so let me know how that sounds if anybody is in here. Okay, so let me know how that sounds if anybody is in here. Okay, so let me know. Oh, actually, that's going to echo, so that's not going to work. So give me just a moment. So we will try it this way. Just 1 second, and I'll start reading here in a minute. Okay, so let me know if you can hear. Oh, you can't see the text on there, can you, very well? Let's take a look. Yeah, no, on the other stream, it's not showing the text well at all. Give me just a moment to do some editing of that. Okay, so I'm gonna just trying to get it set up so that I can have everybody have the option to see either in long or short form content. So I have to change the filter here real quick to see. I might have to call my son in. Just one more minute. Sorry, guys. Fixed for us so that the text can be seen on the other lives. Give me just a moment.
How's that look?
It's right there.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
it's white, so.
Here, I know what to do. We're just going to do the same thing we did earlier.
Okay.
With the text, but then realized we didn't need it.
Okay.
Color correction. There.
I miss having my several monitors so I can see. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's pretty small.
Yeah, you
Can you go on your phone and on the TV and see if my sound is good?
Yeah.
Because right now I have it off on the computer, so they should be able to hear me on both. And see, let's see, how it looks on the phone. Okay, so we are in Numbers chapter 5 tonight. Sorry for all of the confusion. What is showing at the bottom there? Oh, that is... Okay, getting this. Kenny, what are you doing? Are you like ripping that box?
Kinda.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh yeah, that does not look great showing that at the bottom. Okay.
Oh, you probably sound good.
On all three? There should be 3 streams. Or I think one is just...
One's upcoming.
It shouldn't be.
There's a shorts and
Oh, okay.
there's a shorts and
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm still working.
Okay. So, welcome to everybody who is here. It looks like nobody is in the actual long form one. So, I'm not sure what is going on there. Just a moment to get my thing situated here. All right. Hi, Ubaldo. How are you tonight? Welcome and God bless you. Just getting everything set up. It's a totally different way that I'm doing it once again. I got a notification from YouTube that they changed the way it's set up. So here we go again. Okay, so I am going to start reading. It looks like the text is not being seen again. Okay. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Command the sons of Israel that they send away from the camp every leper and everyone having a discharge and everyone who is unclean because of a dead person. You shall send away both male and female. You shall send them outside the camp so that they will not defile their camp where I dwell in their midst. The sons of Israel did so and sent them outside the camp, just as the Lord had spoken to Moses. Thus the sons of Israel did. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel. When a man or woman commits any of the sins of mankind, acting unfaithfully against the Lord, and that person is guilty, then he shall confess his sins which he has committed, and he shall make restitution in full for his wrong, and add to it 1/5 of it, and give it to him who he has wronged. But if the man has no relative to whom restitution may be made for the wrong, the restitution which is made for the wrong must go to the Lord for the priest, besides the ram of atonement, by which atonement is made for him. Also, every contribution pertaining to all the holy gifts of the sons of Israel, which they offer to the priest, shall be his. So every man's holy gift shall be his. Whatever any man gives to the priest, it becomes his. Okay. And then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and say to them, If any man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, and a man has intercourse with her, and it is hidden from the eyes of her husband, and she is undetected, although she has defiled herself, and there is no witness against her, and she has not been caught in the act, if a spirit of jealousy comes over him, and he is jealous of his wife when she has defiled herself, or if a spirit of jealousy comes over him, and he is jealous of his wife when she has not defiled herself, the man shall then bring his wife to the priest, and shall bring as an offering for her 1/10 of an ephah of barley meal. He shall not pour oil on it, nor put frankincense on it, for it is a grain offering of jealousy, a grain offering of memorial, a reminder of iniquity. I'm not sure what's going on with the other stream. Then the priest shall bring her near and have her stand before the Lord, and the priest shall take holy water in an earthenware vessel, and he shall take some of the dust that is on the floor of the tabernacle and put it into the water. The priest shall then have the woman stand before the Lord, and let the hair of the woman's head go loose, and place the grain offering of memorial in her hands, which is the grain offering of jealousy. And in the hand of the priest is to be the water of bitterness that brings a curse. The priest shall have her take an oath, and shall say to the woman, If no man has lain with you, and if you have not gone astray into uncleanness, being under the authority of your husband, be immune to this water of bitterness that brings a curse. If you, however, have gone astray, being under the authority of your husband, and if you have defiled yourself, and a man other than your husband has had intercourse with you, then the priest shall have the woman swear with the oath of the curse, and the priest shall say to the woman, The Lord make you a curse and an oath among your people by the Lord's making your thigh waste away and your abdomen swell. And this water that brings a curse shall go into your stomach and make your abdomen swell and your thigh waste away. And the woman shall say, Amen, amen. Okay. I got to get over here to my comments, hopefully, and pull them up. Oh, hey, Nellie. How are you? This is kind of a hassle, this multi-stream thing. I'm okay. How are you doing? Okay, so I need to be able to see both of the screens in order for it to actually show. So it's kind of frustrating. I'm glad. I'm glad you are good. Okay. Okay, so I have I think it's actually 3 streams going, and I have to have the one visible because that's how you guys will see the text from my phone. And if I do not have that visible, it won't display for those in the other one. Okay, so this should make it so I can see what is being said, and everybody can see the comments from the other stream as well. Oh, thank you, honey. Flowers. The priest shall then write these curses on a scroll, and he shall wash them off into the water of bitterness. Then he shall make the woman drink the water of bitterness that brings a curse, so that The water which brings a curse will go into her and cause bitterness. The priest shall take the grain offering of jealousy from the woman's hand, and he shall wave the grain offering before the Lord and bring it to the altar. And the priest shall take a handful of the grain offering as its memorial offering, and offer it up in smoke on the altar, and afterward he shall make the woman drink the water. When he has made her drink the water, then it shall come about, if she has defiled herself and has been unfaithful to her husband, that the water which brings a curse will go into her and cause bitterness, and her abdomen will swell, and her thigh will waste away, and the woman will become a curse among her people. But if the woman has not defiled herself and is clean, she will then be free and conceive children. This is the law of jealousy. When a wife, being under the authority of her husband, goes astray and defiles herself, or when a spirit of jealousy comes over a man and he is jealous of his wife, he shall then make the woman stand before the Lord, and the priest shall apply all this law to her. Moreover, the man will be free from guilt, but that woman shall bear her guilt. And that was chapter 5. And I want to make sure that my sound is on each of the streams. You guys jump in the comments and let me know how the sound is. If it's not loud enough, I can turn it up. Okay. And chapter 6 of Numbers. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I have to bring up the comments. Man, this is... Usually I have more than one monitor hooked up, but I don't have a computer at this time, so I'm borrowing... This time it's my other son's laptop. So, but soon I should have my own PC actually set up. Okay, there. Now everything should be visible. Again, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the sons of Israel and say to them, when a man or woman makes a special vow, the vow of a Nazirite, to dedicate himself to the Lord, he shall abstain from wine and strong drink. He shall drink no vinegar, whether made from wine or strong drink, nor shall he drink any grape juice, nor eat fresh or dried grapes. All the day of his separation he shall not eat anything that is produced by the grapevine, from the seeds even the skin." All the days of his vow of separation no razor shall pass over his head. He shall be holy until the days are fulfilled for which he separated himself to the Lord. He shall let the locks of hair on his head grow long. All the days of his separation to the Lord he shall not go near to a dead person. He shall not make himself unclean for his father or for his mother, for his brother or for his sister, when they die, because his separation to God is on his head. All the days of his separation he is holy to the Lord. But if a man dies very suddenly beside him, and he defiles his dedicated head of hair, then he shall shave his head on the day when he becomes clean. He shall shave it on the 7th day. Then on the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons to the priest, to the doorway of the tent of meeting. The priest shall offer one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering, and make atonement for him concerning his sin because of the dead person. And that same day he shall consecrate his head, and shall dedicate to the Lord his days as a Nazirite, and shall bring a male lamb a year old for a guilt offering. But the former days will be void, because his separation was defiled. Oh, let me see. Nellie says, "Oh yeah, can you pray for me? I've got a weird gut instinct the other day from a junior kid. He's my height and a bit bigger than me weight-wise, but something about him scared me. I just need God to help me." I'm sorry you're scared, honey. Has he, do you have any idea what it might be about? Do you know him personally? Has he approached you? Father God, I lift up Nellie and I ask you to give her peace and to protect her at school. And Lord, if there's something she needs to be concerned about, I pray that it gets to the right people so that he can be safe and everybody around at her school can be safe as well. Lord, be with them and give her strength and peace. In Jesus' name, amen. You don't think like he's a danger to your school, do you? Let me see. You've talked to him before, but feel like his body language was trying to get close. It's just really odd. Huh. Well, make sure you aren't alone with him at any point, and make sure that like your mom and dad are aware that he's made you uncomfortable, and be vigilant. Now this is the law of the Nazarite when the days of his separation are fulfilled. He shall bring the offering to the doorway of the tent of meeting. He shall present his offering to the Lord, one male lamb a year old without defect for a burnt offering, and one ewe lamb a year old without defect for a sin offering, and one ram without defect for a peace offering, and a basket of unleavened cakes of fine flour mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers spread with oil, along with their grain offering and their drink offering. Then the priest shall present them before the Lord, and shall offer his sin offering and his burnt offering. He shall also offer the ram for a sacrifice of peace offerings to the Lord, together with a basket of unleavened cakes. The priest shall likewise offer its grain offering and its drink offering. Yeah, it's a good idea that people around you are aware. The Nazarite shall then shave his dedicated head of hair at the doorway of the tent of meeting, and take the dedicated hair of his head and put it on the fire which is under the sacrifice of peace offerings. The priest shall take the ram's shoulder when it has been boiled, and one unleavened cake out of the basket, and one unleavened wafer, and shall put them on the hands of the Nazarite after he has shaved his dedicated hair. Then the priest shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. It is holy for the priest, together with the breast offered by waving and the thigh offered by lifting up. And afterward the Nazarite may drink wine. This is the law of the Nazarite who vows his offering to the Lord according to his separation, in addition to what else he can afford according to his vow which he takes, so he shall do according to. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, Thus you shall bless the sons of Israel. You shall say to them, The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance on you and bring you peace. So they shall invoke my name on the sons of Israel, and I then will bless them. And that was chapter 6. Having to hop around into a bunch of different screens just to see everything that's going on. Have that open. I'm going to go to this. Type here to make sure the comments are being displayed. Okay. Yeah, good. They are. So I got some of my blood tests back and found out that my potassium has been super low, which does not surprise me. I have chronically low potassium, but it has gotten even lower. So that's probably why I've been short of breath, because it tends to affect my heart. And if your heart isn't, pumping enough blood to get your breath or whatever, I don't know how it all works, but I believe that's what's going on. So bear with me. Okay. Now, on the day that Moses had finished setting up the tabernacle, he anointed it and consecrated it with all its furnishings, and the altar and all its utensils. He anointed them and consecrated them also. Then the leaders of Israel, the heads of their fathers' households, made an offering. They were the leaders of the tribes. They were the ones who were over the numbered men. Oops. Now you guys can see my view and why I'm always telling you that I have a hard time reading the comments in the back. Oh, it actually shows better for you guys because we've removed the black from the background, but it's really hard to see as I'm reading. I just wanted to show that view. There, I'll turn it off. I forgot where I was. Then the leaders of Israel, the heads of their fathers' households, made an offering. They were the leaders of the tribes. They were the ones who were over the numbered men. When they brought their offering before the Lord, 6 covered carts and 12 oxen, a cart for every 2 of the leaders, and an ox for each one, then they presented them before the tabernacle. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Accept these things from them, that they may be used in the service of the tent of meeting, and you shall give them to the Levites, to each man according to his service." So Moses took the carts and the oxen and gave them to the Levites. 2 carts and 4 oxen he gave to the sons of Gershon, according to their service, and 4 carts and 8 oxen he gave to the sons of Merari, according to their service, under the direction of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. Maybe if I make the text smaller on my actual Bible app, you guys will be able to see it a little bit better. Oh, it's not giving me that option. But he did not give any to the sons of Kohath, because theirs was the service of the holy objects which they carried on the shoulder. The leaders offered the dedication offering for the altar when it was anointed, so the leaders offered their offering before the altar. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Let them present their offering 1 liter each day for the dedication of the altar." Now the one who presented his offering on the first day was Nahshon, the son of Amminadab, of the tribe of Judah. And his offering was 1 silver dish whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, 1 year old, for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Nahshon, the son of Amminadab. And it's kind of funny because in this plan, this Bible reading plan, usually it's on average daily 3 chapters you read. And on the day that you read this chapter, it's just this chapter. So this is going to be a pretty long chapter that we're reading. I am, however, going to edit my phone screen that you guys are seeing in the other lives, so that big black blob looking thing at the bottom that actually just says the chapter and verse is no longer there. So I'm just going to edit that off. Just 1 second here. There we go. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring up the comments. Actually, nobody is talking over there right now anyway that I can see. I'm gonna refresh it just to make sure. Okay. On the second day, Nathanael, the son of Zuar, leader of Issachar, presented an offering. He presented as his offering 1 silver dish whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Nathanael, the son of Zuar. On the third day, it was Eliab, the son of Helon, leader of the sons of Zebulun. His offering was 1 silver dish, whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Eliab, the son of Helon. Oh, I see. This window is frozen. That's what's going on. So if anybody is talking in there, that's why. Give me just a second here. Sorry. I wish that YouTube would just leave things alone. And okay. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end the stream, the dual stream that I have going, because it's not getting much attention, and then I don't have to worry about all this, and I could just focus like I do every other time. So then it won't be a concern, because I'm sure this is just irritating everybody as much as it is me. Okay. And then now I just need to pull up my comments so I can see if you guys are talking at all. And it'll be like all of the other nights. I'll just keep streaming from my phone because the changes YouTube makes make it quite a hassle. So I am sorry about that. On the fourth day, it was Elazar, the son of Shadur, leader of the sons of Reuben. His offering was 1 silver dish whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Eleazar, the son of Shadur. It's a mouthful. On the fifth day, it was Shelumiel, the son of Zerushaddai, and leader of the children of Simeon. His offering was 1 silver dish whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Shelumiel, the son of Zerushaddai. On the sixth day, it was Eliasaph, the son of Deuel, leader of the sons of Gad. His offering was 1 silver dish, whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old, for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. Okay. So did you move over, Nellie? Nope, I think that is the wrong one. It says it's live. On the 7th day, it was Elishama, the son of Ammihud, leader of the sons of Ephraim. His offering was 1 silver dish, whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, 2 of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old, for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Elishama, the son of Ammihud. Okay. On the 8th day, it was Gamaliel, the son of Pedahzur, leader of the sons of Manasseh. His offering was 1 silver dish, whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old, for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Gamaliel, the son of Pedahzur. I can't get that one. I'm trying, guys. On the 9th day, it was Abidan, the son of Gideoni, leader of the sons of Benjamin. His offering was 1 silver dish, whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old, for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 ram, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Abidan, the son of Gideoni. Okay. Let's see. Nellie, are you still there? On the 10th day, it was Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai, the leader of the sons of Dan. His offering was 1 silver dish, whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old, for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai. I swear I just read that. I must have accidentally paged up. On the 11th day, it was Pagiel, the son of Okran, leader of the sons of Asher. His offering was 1 silver dish, whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Pagiel the son of Ochran. On the 12th day, it was Ahira the son of Enan, leader of the sons of Naphtali. His offering was 1 silver dish, whose weight was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering. 1 gold pan of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb 1 year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs 1 year old. This was the offering of Ahira the son of Enan. We'll get through this, guys, I swear. Welcome to those just coming in. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And drop a comment down in the live chat. I would love to get to know you. This was the dedication offering for the altar from the leaders of Israel when it was anointed. 12 silver dishes, 12 silver bowls, and 12 gold pans. Each silver dish weighing 130 shekels and each bowl 70. All the silver of the utensils was 2,400 shekels according to the shekels of the sanctuary. The 12 gold pans full of incense weighing 10 shekels apiece according to the shekel of the sanctuary. All the gold of the pans 120 shekels. All the oxen for the burnt offering 12 bulls. All the rams 12 of the male lambs 1 year old with their grain offering 12. And the male goats for a sin offering 12. And all the oxen for the sacrifice of peace offerings 24 bulls. All the rams 60, the male goats 60, the male lambs 1 year old 60. This was the dedication offering for the altar after it was anointed. Now when Moses went into the tent of meeting to speak with him, he heard the voice speaking to him from above the mercy seat that was on the ark of the testimony from between the 2 cherubim, so he spoke to him. And we got through chapter 7 of Numbers, and we will carry on to 8 in just a moment. How's everybody doing tonight? I see some more people joining. Oh, looks like they already dipped out. I think a lot of people aren't super interested in the book of Numbers, which I suppose I can understand. I think a lot of people, want to read it to themselves and kind of cruise through it or whatever the case may be. I'm going to shrink down my text here. I make it big, 1, because my eyes aren't so great anymore, but 2, because I want it to be visible on the screen, even for those who are watching it on the landscape live. I'm just going to take a drink real quick, and then I will dive into chapter 8. Wheezy, are you mewing? My wee kitten over there. I'm so glad that Pumpkin Loaf is okay now. She was really making me nervous last night, but thankfully. Oh, hey, there you are. It's funny, I had several people come and ask me if I was going to be live tonight, and they don't seem to be here yet, so I hope everything is well with them. I'm actually worried about one of my friends. Hi, Saran, or Saren. It is. That's what I'm using to read and just have visible for you guys to follow along with. I usually would use Bible Gateway if I'm reading online, but the background is white, and for the life of me, I could not get it to be darker, and so I couldn't see comments at all. But now I just watch the comments on a different device so that it doesn't even matter. Yes, I'm very glad. Thank you, Nellie. And welcome, Saran. Is that how you pronounce it, or is it Saran? I just completed reading entire Bible from YouVersion from Genesis to Revelation. That's awesome. Yeah, I like the dark mode too. My phone is always on dark mode. It's just less, I don't know, it doesn't accost my eyes the way the white screen does. Have you read the Bible in chronological order yet? I have read it, I think, 3 times in chronological order now. And I thought with the new year, why not delve in and do it out loud for those who would like to listen? And I've read it also cover to cover a few times as well. But I do really enjoy the chronological version. I think you kind of glean more that way. Things will just click. I see. Yeah, like I said, I've done both, but in chronological order, it just puts things in the order that they happened. So it's kind of helpful for some people, and it's also just interesting. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and say to him, When you mount the lamps, the 7 lamps will give light in the front of the lampstand. Aaron therefore did so. He mounted its lamps at the front of the lampstand, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Now this was the workmanship of the lampstand, hammered work of gold. From its base to its flowers it was hammered work, according to the pattern which the Lord had shown Moses. Again the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take the Levites from among the sons of Israel and cleanse them. Thus you shall do to them for their cleansing. Sprinkle purifying water on them, and let them use a razor over their whole body and wash their clothes, and they will be clean. Then let them take a bowl with its grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil, and a second bowl you shall take for a sin offering. So you shall present the Levites before the tent of meeting. You shall also assemble the whole congregation of the sons of Israel, and present the Levites before the Lord, and the sons of Israel shall lay their hands on the Levites. Aaron then shall present the Levites before the Lord as a wave offering from the sons of Israel, that they may qualify to perform the service of the Lord. Now the Levites shall lay their hands on the heads of the bulls, then offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering to the Lord, to make atonement for the Levites. You shall have the Levites stand before Aaron and before his son, so as to present them as a wave offering to the Lord. Thus you shall separate the Levites from among the sons of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. Then after that the Levites may go in to serve the tent of meeting. But you shall cleanse them and present them as a wave offering, for they are wholly given to me from among the sons of Israel. I have taken them for myself instead of every first issue of the womb, the firstborn of all the sons of Israel. For every firstborn among the sons of Israel is mine, among the men and among the animals. On the day that I struck down all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I sanctified them for myself. But I have taken the Levites instead of every firstborn among the sons of Israel. I have given the Levites as a gift to Aaron and to his sons from among the sons of Israel, to perform the service of the sons of Israel at the tent of meeting, and to make atonement on behalf of the sons of Israel, so that there will be no plague among the sons of Israel by their coming near to the sanctuary. I'm going to read back a little bit. Nellie said, when I was a newbie Christian, I tried reading the chronological order and I did not pay attention. And Saren said, I am actually Hindu from India. I read Bible out of interest. It was God's calling. It's a miracle. Now I'm a Christian. That's amazing. Praise God. I love to hear that. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Sorry, I had to wet the whistle. Take a drink for those who aren't as old as me, I guess. Thus did Moses and Aaron and all the congregation of the sons of Israel, according to all that the Lord had commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so the sons of Israel did to them. The Levites too purified themselves from sin and washed their clothes, and Aaron presented them as a wave offering before the Lord. Aaron also made atonement for them to cleanse them. Then after that, the Levites went in to perform their service in the tent of meeting before Aaron and before his sons, just as the Lord had commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so they did to them. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, This is what applies to the Levites from 25 years old and upward. They shall enter to perform service in the work of the tent of meeting. But at the age of 50 years they shall retire from service in the work and not work any more. They may, however, assist their brothers in the tent of meeting to keep an obligation, but they themselves shall do no work. Thus you shall deal with the Levites concerning their obligations. And that was chapter 8 of Numbers. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I would love to lift you up. Hi, MC Chris. Is that? There's no I, but I'll just say hi, MC. Oh, I have another kitten crying to get in. Okay. Thus the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they had come out of Egypt, saying, Now let the sons of Israel observe the Passover at its appointed time. On the 14th day of this month at twilight, you shall observe it at its appointed time. You shall observe it according to all its statutes and according to all its ordinances. So Moses told the sons of Israel to observe the Passover. They observed the Passover in the first month, on the 14th day of the month at twilight, in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that the Lord had commanded Moses, so the sons of Israel did. But there were some men who were unclean because of the dead person, so that they could not observe Passover on that day. Those men said to him, Though we are unclean because of the dead person, why are we restrained from presenting the offering of the Lord at its appointed time among the sons of Israel? Moses therefore said to them, Wait, I will listen to what the Lord will command concerning you. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, If any one of you or of your generations becomes unclean because of a dead person, or is on a distant journey, he may, however, observe the Passover to the Lord. In the second month, on the 14th day at twilight, they shall observe it. They shall eat unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it until morning, nor break a bone of it. According to all the statute of the Passover, they shall observe it. But the man who is clean and is not on a journey, and yet neglects to observe the Passover, that person shall then be cut off from his people, for he did not present the offering of the Lord at its appointed time. That man will bear his sin. If an alien sojourns among you and observes the Passover to the Lord according to the statute of the Passover and according to its ordinance, so he shall do. You shall have one statute, both for the alien and for the native of the land. Give me just one moment, please. Oops, I don't know how long I was muted. Goodness. Does retiring at 50 sound good to you? I was thinking that their job is a little bit strict and stuff like that. So retiring early is probably fair. Okay, Saram says, real Mount Sinai is still in Saudi Arabia. The top of Mount is burnt, proving the Lord as pillar of fire landed there. There is also altar Moses built and also split rock. Yeah, that's very interesting. Have you been there? Now, on the day that the tabernacle was erected, the cloud covered the tabernacle and the tent of the testimony. And in the evening, it was like the appearance of fire over the tabernacle until morning. So it was continuously. The cloud would cover it by day and the appearance of fire by night. Whenever the cloud... Did I suddenly get... No. Okay. Felt like I... There's a lot of times where this book, it's kind of repetitive in a way that, God's really hammering it in what he means. But several of the chapters say something that's just exactly the same as I know I've already read. And then I'm like, oh no, did I did I scroll down? Whenever the cloud was lifted from over the tent, afterward the sons of Israel would then set out, and in the place where the cloud settled down, there the sons of Israel would camp. At the command of the Lord, the sons of Israel would set out, and at the command of the Lord they would camp. As long as the cloud settled over the tabernacle, they remained camped. Even when the cloud lingered over the tabernacle for many days, the sons of Israel would keep the Lord's charge and not set out. If sometimes the cloud remained a few days over the tabernacle, according to the command of the Lord, they remained camped. Then, according to the command of the Lord, they set out. If sometimes the cloud remained from evening until morning, when the cloud was lifted in the morning, they would move out. Or if it remained in the daytime and at night, whenever the cloud was lifted, they would set out. Whether it was 2 days or a month or a year that the cloud lingered over the tabernacle, staying above it, the sons of Israel remained camped and did not set out. But when it was lifted, they did set out. At the command of the Lord they camped, and at the command of the Lord they set out. They kept the Lord's charge, according to the command of the Lord through Moses. And that was chapter 9 of Numbers. Let me see. Saudi government hasn't opened it to public. You need to take permission to visit. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess that makes some sense. Oh, you'd love to visit that, Nellie? Oh, yeah, in Ararat. Yeah. Truly belongs to the Armenian land. There are vlogs available on YouTube of Mount Sinai. I'll have to check those out. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so chapter 10 of Numbers, I will start in just a moment. I just need to take a drink. The Lord spoke further to Moses, saying, Make yourself 2 trumpets of silver, of hammered work you shall make them, and you shall use them for summoning the congregation and for having the camp set out. When both are blown, all the congregation shall gather themselves to you at the doorway of the tent of meeting. Yet if only one is blown, then the leaders, the heads of the divisions of Israel, shall assemble before you. But when you blow an alarm, the camps that are pitched on the east side shall set out. When you blow an alarm the second time, the camps that are pitched on the south side shall set out. An alarm is to be blown for them to set out. When convening the assembly, however, you shall blow without sounding an alarm. The priestly sons of Aaron, moreover, shall blow the trumpets, and this shall be for you a perpetual statute throughout your generations. When you go to war in your land against the adversary who attacks you, then you shall sound an alarm with the trumpets, that you may be remembered before the Lord your God, and be saved from your enemies. Also in the day of your gladness and in your appointed feasts and on the first days of your months, you shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, and they shall be as a reminder of you before your God. I am the Lord your God. Now, in the second year, in the second month, on the 20th of the month, the cloud was lifted from over the tabernacle of the testimony, and the sons of Israel set out on their journey from the wilderness of Sinai. Then the cloud settled down in the wilderness of Paran. So they moved out for the first time according to the commandment of the Lord through Moses. The standard of the camp of the sons of Judah, according to their armies, set out first, with Nahshon the son of Amminadab over its army, and Nathanael the son of Zuar over the tribal army of the sons of Issachar, and Eliab the sons of Helon over the tribal army of the sons of Zebulun. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari, who were carrying the tabernacle, set out. Next, the standard of the camp of Reuben, according to their armies, set out with Eleazar the son of Shedeur over its army, and Shelumiel the son of Zurishaddai over the tribal army of the sons of Simeon, and Eliasaph the son of Deuel was over the tribal army of the sons of Gad. And please forgive me if I hash some of the names. Then the Kohathites set out, carrying the holy objects, and the tabernacle was set up before their arrival. Next, the standard of the camp of the sons of Ephraim, according to their armies, was set out, with Elishama the son of Ammihud over its army, and Gamaliel the son of Pedazur over the tribal army of the sons of Manasseh, and Abidan the son of Gideoni over the tribal army of the sons of Benjamin. Then the standard of the camp of the sons of Dan, according to their armies, which formed the rear guard for all the camps, set out, with Ahiezer the son of Ammishaddai over its army, and Pagiel the son of Ochran over the tribal army of the sons of Asher, and Ahira the son of Enan over the tribal army of the sons of Naphtali. This was the order of march of the sons of Israel by their armies as they set out. Oh, hey, sis. I'm so glad you're here. How are you feeling? I hope you're getting better. Then Moses said to Hobab, the son of Reuel, the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, we are setting out to the place of which the Lord said, I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will do you good, for the Lord has promised good concerning Israel. But he said to him, I will not come, but rather will go to my own land and relatives. Then he said, please do not leave us, inasmuch as you know where we should camp in the wilderness, and you will be as eyes for us. So it will be, if you go with us, that whatever good the Lord does for us, we will do for you. Thus they set out from the mount of the Lord 3 days' journey, with the ark of the covenant of the Lord journeying in front of them for the 3 days to seek out a resting place for them. The cloud of the Lord was over them by day when they set out from the camp. Then it came about when the ark set out that Moses said, Rise up, O Lord, and let your enemies be scattered, and let those who hate you flee before you. When it came to rest, he said, Return, O Lord, to the myriad thousands of Israel. And that was chapter 10. Let's see. Oh, I'm glad you're good. Or at least you're getting there, right? And yes, we're doing okay. I found out that my potassium is crazy low again. And so that's probably partly what is happening. I don't know how I suddenly popped into that. Sorry, guys. That's probably why I'm out of breath lately. And I knew that my potassium was low, so I had started supplementing a few days before the test, and it was still quite a bit low. So hopefully it will start getting better. Okay, Nellie, love you. Sleep tight and dream sweet. I'm so glad you came by. Now the people became like those who complain of adversity in the hearing of the Lord. And when the Lord heard it, his anger was kindled, and the fire of the Lord burned among them and consumed some of the outskirts of the camp. The people therefore cried out to Moses, and Moses prayed to the Lord, and the fire died out. So the name of that place was called Taberah, because the fire of the Lord burned among them. The rabble who were among them had greedy desires, and also the sons of Israel wept again and said, "Who will give us meat to eat? We remember the fish which we used to eat free in Egypt, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our appetite is gone. There is nothing at all to look at except this manna." That fish, to me, that fish was anything but free. They were enslaved. The manna is what is truly free, and so are they. I don't know why it keeps taking me into YouTube videos like that, guys, but I'm sorry. Now the manna was like coriander seed, and its appearance like that of bdellium. The people would go about and gather it and grind it between two millstones, or beat it in the mortar and boil it in the pot and make cakes with it. And its taste, sorry, increasing potassium is easy. Yeah. Now um, the level of my potassium requires way more. I have to supplement. I do eat a lot of bananas and everything like that. The first time that my potassium was low, my doctor called me and said, "I need you to sit down, remain calm, send somebody to get bananas and pick up this prescription immediately." She said I was 0.3 from having a massive heart attack and dying. And it's ever since, it's been chronically a little bit low, and then all of a sudden my heart will start acting up. And if I have like a cat scratch, or if, any sort of boo-boo, it won't heal. And then I know, okay, my potassium's low again. So I was already taking the over-the-counter ones twice at night, or 2 pills at night and 1 in the morning. And my doctor has given me like the actual strong ones that I have to pick up and start taking tomorrow. But I do also eat the food. The trouble is my body doesn't absorb things. It doesn't absorb nutrients, or I don't know if I'm going to get flagged for saying this, but jabs. I was working in the medical field, and they gave me the hepatitis B vaccine. And then later, I had no antibodies against it at all, like it hadn't happened. So my body is not friendly, I swear. But God is good, and I am living. When the dew fell on the camp at night, the manna would fall with it. Now Moses heard the people weeping throughout their families, each man at the doorway of his tent, and the anger of the Lord was kindled greatly, and Moses was displeased. So Moses said to the Lord, "Why have you been so hard on your servant, and why have I not found favor in your sight, that you have laid the burden of all this people on me?" Wow. Sometimes I'm like, poor God. Was it I who conceived all this people? Was it I who brought them forth, that you should say to me, "Carry them in your bosom as a nurse carries a nursing infant, to the land which you swore to their fathers"? Where am I to get meat to give to all this people? For they weep before me, saying, "Give us meat that we may eat." I alone am not able to carry all this people, because it is too burdensome for me. So if you are going to deal thus with me, please kill me at once, if I have found favor in your sight, and do not let me see my wretchedness. The Lord therefore said to Moses, "Gather for me 70 men from the elders of Israel, whom you know to be the elders of the people and their officers, and bring them to the tent of meeting, and let them take their stand there with you. Then I will come down and speak with you there, and I will take of the Spirit who is upon you, and I will put him upon them, and they shall bear the burden of the people with you, so that you will not bear it all alone. Say to the people, consecrate yourselves tomorrow, and you shall eat meat. For you have wept in the ears of the Lord, saying, oh, that someone would give us meat to eat, for we were well off in Egypt. Therefore the Lord will give you meat, and you shall eat. You shall eat, not 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, nor 10 days, nor 20 days, but a whole month, until it comes out of your nostrils and becomes loathsome to you, because you have rejected the Lord who is among you, and have wept before him, saying, why did we ever leave Egypt? But Moses said, the people among whom I am are 600,000 on foot. Yet you have said, I will give them meat, so that they may eat for a whole month. Should flocks and herds be slaughtered for them, to be sufficient for them? Or should all the fish of the sea be gathered together for them, to be sufficient for them? The Lord said to Moses, is the Lord's power limited? Now you shall see whether my word will come true for you or not. Man, Moses, keep your mouth shut. So Moses went out and told the people the words of the Lord. Also he gathered 70 men of the elders of the people and stationed them around the tent. Then the Lord came down in the cloud and spoke to him, and he took of the Spirit who was upon him and placed him upon the 70 elders. And when the Spirit rested upon them, they prophesied, but they did not do it again. But 2 men had remained in the camp. The name of one was Eldad, and the name of the other was Medad. And the Spirit rested upon them. Now they were among those who had been registered, but had not gone out to the tent. And they prophesied in the camp. So a young man ran and told Moses and said, Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. Then Joshua, the son of Nun, the attendant of Moses from his youth, said, Moses, my Lord, restrain them. But Moses said to him, are you jealous for my sake? Would that all the Lord's people were prophets, that the Lord would put his Spirit upon them. Then Moses returned to the camp, both he and the elders of Israel. Let me see. Oh, thank you, sis. You're such a sweetheart. I appreciate that so much. You guys are so good to me. Love you. And I will pray for you, sister. I am here for you. Our Lord does heal all the impossible things. He is merciful. He knows everything you are going through. Yes, he does. And he has carried me through, sometimes dragging me by the hair, but he gets me there. Uh-oh. Yeah. Looks like we have a fun visitor there. Now there went forth a wind from the Lord, and it brought quail from the sea, and let them fall beside the camp, about a day's journey on this side, and a day's journey on the other side, all around the camp, and about 2 cubits deep on the surface of the ground. The people spent all day and all night and all the next day, and gathered the quail. He who gathered least gathered 10 homers, and they spread them all for themselves all around the camp. While the meat was still between their teeth, before it was chewed, the anger of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord struck the people with a very severe plague. So the name of the place was called Kibroth Hattaavah, because there they buried the people who had been greedy. From Kibroth Hattaavah, the people set out for Hazeroth, and they remained at Hazeroth. And that was chapter 11. Do you really? Now you sound like my kids. And I can't tell you, though, that I carried you in my womb and that it's impossible. Because that would just be a little bit weird, wouldn't it? Let me take a drink, and then I will get started on chapter 12. Okay, so Home Rose said, the Lord is always... Oh, Here we go. Okay. Who are you to question God? That's my question. Well, that's just straight blasphemy, and you are hereby banned. I hope you find the truth. God bless. Wow. It's going to be one of them nights. And on a Sunday, on the Lord's Day, I always say to my kids, on this, the Lord's Day, then Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Cushite woman whom he had married, for he had married a Cushite woman. And they said, has the Lord indeed spoken only through Moses? Has he not spoken through us as well? And the Lord heard it. Now the man Moses was very humble, more than any man who was on the face of the earth. Suddenly the Lord said to Moses and Aaron and to Miriam, hang on just a sec. You three come out to the tent of meeting. So the three of them came out. Then the Lord came down in a pillar of cloud and stood at the doorway of the tent, and he called Aaron and Miriam. When they had both come forward, he said, hear now my words. If there is a prophet among you, I, the Lord, shall make myself known to him in a vision. I shall speak with him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my household. With him I speak mouth to mouth, even openly, and not in dark sayings, and he beholds the form of the Lord. Why then were you not afraid to speak against my servant, against Moses? So the anger of the Lord burned against them, and he departed. But when the cloud had withdrawn from over the tent, behold, Miriam was leprous, as white as snow. As Aaron turned toward Miriam, behold, she was leprous. Then Aaron said to Moses, O my Lord, I beg you, do not account this sin to us, in which we have acted foolishly, and in which we have sinned. Oh, do not let her be like one dead, whose flesh is half eaten away when he comes from his mother's womb. Moses cried out to the Lord, saying, O God, heal her, I pray. But the Lord said to Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, would she not bear her shame for 7 days? Let her be shut up for 7 days outside the camp, and afterwards she may be received again. So Miriam was shut up outside the camp for 7 days, and the people did not move on until Miriam was received again. Let me see. It's so sad to see how Israelites questioned and doubted God, even those they had seen his glory exactly with their very own eyes. Today's generation are exactly like those Israelites. Yeah. And every time I think of the golden calf, it just blows me away. Having just seen God a few weeks, and they're like, here, make a calf for us to worship. It's wild to me. And yes, this generation needs Jesus, that's for sure. Afterward, however, the people moved out from Hazeroth and camped in the wilderness of Paran. And that was chapter 12 of Numbers. Yeah. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, send out for yourself men so that they may spy out the land of Canaan, which I am about to give to the sons of Israel. You shall send a man from each of their fathers' tribes, everyone a leader among them. So Moses sent them from the wilderness of Paran at the command of the Lord, all of them men who were heads of the sons of Israel. These then were their names from the tribe of Reuben, Shammua the son of Zachar; from the son of Simeon, Shaphat the son of Hori; from the tribe of Judah, Caleb the son of Jephunneh; from the tribe of Issachar, Igal the son of Joseph; from the tribe of Ephraim, Hoshea the son of Nun; from the tribe of Benjamin, Paltai the son of Raphu; from the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel the son of Sodai; from the tribe of Joseph; from the tribe of Manasseh, Gadai the son of Susai; from the tribe of Dan, Amiel the son of Gamali; from the tribe of Asher, Sethur the son of Michael; from the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi the son of Vashi; from the tribe of Gad, Gil the son of Machai. These are the names of the men whom Moses sent to spy out the land, but Moses called Hoshea the son of Nun, Joshua. When Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, he said to them, "Go up there into the Negev, then go up into the hill country. See what the land is like, and whether the people who live in it are strong or weak, whether they are few or many. How is the land in which they live? Is it good or bad? And how are the cities in which they live? Are they like open camps or with fortifications? How is the land? Is it fat or lean? Are these trees in it or not?" For the love. Sorry, guys. Got a lot of winners in here tonight. Now the time. Okay. Make an effort then to get some of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and spied out the land from the wilderness of Zin as far as Rehob at Lebohamath. When they had gone up into the Negev, they came to Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the descendants of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan, or just Zone, in Egypt. Okay. When they came to the valley of Eshcol, and from there cut down a branch with a single cluster of grapes, and they carried it on a pole between 2 men with some of the pomegranates and the figs. That place was called the Valley of Eshcol because of the cluster which the sons of Israel cut down from there. Hang on, guys. I have a kitten hollering at the door. I'll be right back. All right, princess, you behave yourself. No, you aren't going to stand on the keyboard. You want to say hello? Can you guys hear her purring? Oh, did you burp? Goodness. Excuse her. When they returned from spying out the land, at the end of the 40 days, they proceeded to come to Moses and Aaron and to all the congregation of the sons of Israel in the wilderness of Paran at Kadesh. And they brought back word to them and to all the congregation and showed them the fruit of the land. Thus they told him and said, "We went into the land where you sent us, and it certainly does flow with milk and honey, and this is its fruit. Nevertheless, the people who live in the land are strong, and the cities are fortified and very large, and moreover, we saw the descendants of Anak there. Amalek is living in the land of the Negev, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites are living in the hill country, and the Canaanites are living by the sea and by the side of the Jordan." Then Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, "We should by all means go up and take possession of it, for we will surely overcome it." But the men who have gone with him said, "We are not able to go up against the people, for they are too strong for us." So they gave out to the sons of Israel a bad report of the land which they had spied out, saying, "The land through which we have gone in spying it out is a land that devours its inhabitants, and all the people whom we saw in it are men of great size. There also we saw the Nephilim, the sons of Anak, as part of the Nephilim, and we became like grasshoppers in our own sight, and so we were in their sight." Oh, what link? Oh, yeah, that should work. And let me see. I'll see if it opens it. Yeah, it opens it. That works fine. Thank you. Then all the congregation lifted up their voices and cried, and the people wept that night. All the sons of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron, and the whole congregation said to them, "Would that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would that we had died in the wilderness, in this wilderness. Why is the Lord bringing us into this land to fall by the sword? Our wives and our little ones will become plunder. Would it not be better for us to return to Egypt?" So they said to one another, "Let us appoint a leader and return to Egypt." My goodness. Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces in the presence of all the assembly of the congregation of the sons of Israel. Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, of those who had spied out the land, tore their clothes, and they spoke to all the congregation of the sons of Israel, saying, "The land which we passed through to spy out is an exceedingly good land. If the Lord is pleased with us, then he will bring us into this land and give it to us, a land which flows with milk and honey. Only do not rebel against the Lord, and do not fear the people of the land, for they will be our prey. Their protection has been removed from them, and the Lord is with us. Do not fear them." But all the congregation said to stone them with stones. Then the glory of the Lord appeared in the tent of meeting to all the sons of Israel. Hugo! Well, it's you'll probably notice it's not very good right now. I used my inhaler before the live, hoping it would help, but as I was telling others, my potassium is very low, and I believe that's what's causing it. So hopefully once my potassium comes up, then I will be able to breathe easier and read easier. I had been supplementing with the potassium, but even that and bananas and everything wasn't enough. So I have the prescription strength stuff coming that I have to start taking tomorrow and take for weeks. So yeah, it should. The Lord said to Moses, "How long will this people spurn me? And how long will they not believe in me, despite all the signs which I have performed in their midst? I will smite them with pestilence and dispossess them, and I will make you into a nation greater and mightier than they." But Moses said to the Lord, "Then the Egyptians will hear of it, for by your strength you brought up this people from their midst, and they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land. They have heard that you, O Lord, are in the midst of this people. For you, O Lord, are seen eye to eye, while your cloud stands over them, and you go before them in a pillar of cloud by day and in a pillar of fire by night. Now if you slay this people as one man, then the nations who have heard..." I have another kitten scratching at the door. "Have heard of your fame will say, because the Lord could not bring this people into the land which he promised them by oath, therefore he slaughtered them in the wilderness. But now I pray, let the Lord be great, just as you have declared. The Lord is slow to anger and abundant in loving kindness, forgiving iniquity and transgression, but he will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children to the third and the fourth generations. Pardon, I pray, the iniquity of this people according to the greatness of your loving kindness, just as you also have forgiven this people from Egypt even until now." Oh, yay! I'm so glad you joined. Oh, hi, Big Mike. How are you? Welcome. So the Lord said, "I have pardoned them according to your word, but indeed, as I live, all the earth will be filled with the glory of the Lord. Surely all the men who have seen my glory and my signs, which I performed in Egypt and in the wilderness, yet have put me to the test these 10 times and have not listened to my voice, shall by no means see the land which I swore to their fathers, nor shall any of those who spurned me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he has had a different spirit and has followed me fully, I will bring into the land which he entered, and his descendants shall take possession of it. Now the Amalekites and the Canaanites live in the valleys. Turn tomorrow and set out to the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea." The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, "How long shall I bear with this evil congregation who are grumbling against me? I have heard the complaints of the sons of Israel, which they are making against me. Say to them, as I live, says the Lord, just as you have spoken in my hearing, so I will surely do to you. Your corpses will fall in this wilderness, even all your numbered men, according to your complete number from 20 years old and upward, who have grumbled against me. Surely you shall not come into the land in which I swore to settle you, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. Oh, I gotta plug in my laptop, lest it die. Give me just a sec. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, command the sons of Israel that they send away from the camp every leper and everyone having a discharge and everyone who is unclean because of a dead person. You shall send away both male and female. You shall send them outside the camp so that they will not defile their camp where I dwell in their midst. I didn't scroll down, did I? I did. It went back up. Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. I will scroll back down. Anytime I turn my phone, it does this. I think we might have been at 13. Getting there. Okay. Almost there. I should just read it straight out of the Bible, I guess, but I like to give you guys something to see. When Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, he said to them, go up there into the Negev, then go into the hill country. See what the land... Well, we read that, right? So we were further than I thought. Yeah, the people rebel. And we already read this, so I think we must have been in 15. Must be. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Here we are. Speak to the sons of Israel and say to them, when you enter the land where you are to live, which I am giving you, then make an offering by fire to the Lord, a burnt offering or a sacrifice to fulfill a special vow, or as a freewill offering, or in your appointed times to make a soothing aroma to the Lord from the herd or from the flock. The one who presents his offering shall present to the Lord a grain offering of 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with 1/4 of a hin of oil. And you shall prepare wine for the drink offering, 1/4 of a hin with the burnt offering, or for the sacrifice for each lamb. Or for a ram you shall prepare as a grain offering 2/10 of an ephah, 1/3 of a hin of oil. And for the drink offering you shall offer 1/3 of a hin of wine as a soothing aroma to the Lord. When you prepare a bull as a burnt offering or a sacrifice to fulfill a special vow, or for peace offering to the Lord, then you shall offer with the bull a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with 1/2 a hin of oil. I'm at Caleb. Did I already read this part? Let me... Man, this app kind of drives me nuts because all I did was set my phone down flat. No, yeah, I wasn't that far. Okay. Okay. If an alien sojourns with you, or one who may be among you throughout your generations, and he wishes to make an offering by fire as a soothing aroma to the Lord. By the way, hi, James. So glad you're here. Yes, I'm off 6 p.m. Saturday till 6 p.m. Sunday, my Sabbath. Wonderful. We were somewhere. Thanks, Hugo. We were somewhere, that's for sure. Oh, my goodness. Okay. If an alien sojourns with you, or one who may be among you throughout your generations, and he wishes to make an offering by fire as a soothing aroma to the Lord, just as you do, so he shall do. As for the assembly, there shall be one statute for you and for the alien who sojourns with you, a perpetual statute throughout your generations, as you are, so shall the alien be before the Lord. There is to be one law and one ordinance for you and for the alien who sojourns with you. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and say to them, When you enter the land where I bring you, then it shall be that when you eat of the food of the land, you shall lift up an offering to the Lord. Of the first of your dough you shall lift up a cake as an offering of the threshing floor, so you shall lift it up. From the first of your dough you shall give to the Lord an offering throughout your generations. So when you unwittingly fail and do not observe all these commandments, which the Lord has spoken to Moses, even all that the Lord has commanded you through Moses, from the day when the Lord gave commandment and onward throughout your generations, then it shall be, if it is done unintentionally, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one bull for a burnt offering as a soothing aroma to the Lord, with its grain offering and its drink offering according to the ordinance, and one male goat for a sin offering. Then the priest shall make atonement for all the congregation, and they will be forgiven. For it was an error, and they have brought their offering, an offering by fire to the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for their error. So all the congregation of the sons of Israel will be forgiven, with the alien who sojourns among them, for it happened to all the people through error. Also, if one person sins unintentionally, then he shall offer a 1-year-old female goat for a sin offering. The priest shall make atonement before the Lord for the person who goes astray when he sins unintentionally, make an atonement for him that he may be forgiven. You shall have one law for him who does anything unintentionally, for him who is native among the sons of Israel, and for the alien who sojourns among them. But the person who does anything defiantly, whether he is native or an alien, that one is blaspheming the Lord, and that person shall be cut off from among his people. Because he has despised the word of the Lord and has broken his commandment, that person shall be completely cut off. His guilt will be on him. Now, while the sons of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man gathering wood on the Sabbath day. Those who found him gathering wood brought him to Moses and Aaron and to all the congregation. And they put him in custody because it had not been declared what should be done to him. Then the Lord said to Moses, The man shall surely be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones outside the camp. So all the congregation brought him outside the camp and stoned him to death with stones, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. The Lord also spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and tell them that they shall make for themselves tassels on the corners of their garments throughout their generations, and that they shall put on the tassel of each corner a cord of blue. It shall be a tassel for you to look at and remember all the commandments of the Lord, so as to do them and not follow after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you played the harlot, so that you may remember to do all my commandments and be holy to your God. I am the Lord your God who brought you out from the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God. And that was chapter 15. I'm cutting out? That's weird. Hang on a second, and I will listen back here on the laptop sec. Yeah, I'm not hearing it when I play it back, so maybe reboot? Oh, no worries. I want to make sure that everything's running smoothly, and oftentimes I ask, can you hear me? Are there any issues? Is it loud enough? And that sort of thing. So I'm glad you mentioned it. Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, with Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and on the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took action, and they rose up before Moses, together with some of the sons of Israel, 250 leaders of the congregation, chosen in the assembly, men of renown. They assembled together against Moses and Aaron, and said to them, "You have gone far enough, for all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is in their midst. So why do you exalt yourselves above the assembly of the Lord?" When Moses heard this, he fell on his face, and he spoke to Korah and all his company, saying, "Tomorrow morning the Lord will show who is his, and who is holy, and will bring him near to himself. Even the one whom he will choose, he will bring near to himself. Do this, take censers for yourselves, Korah and all your company, and put fire in them, and lay incense upon them in the presence of the Lord tomorrow, and the man whom the Lord chooses shall be the one who is holy. You have gone far enough, you sons of Levi." Hi.
I want to make a lemonade stand tomorrow.
We're in the middle of winter, honey. A lemonade stand wouldn't do very well right now.
But what about in the summer?
In the summer, yeah, we can talk about it closer to then, okay?
But every summer
We did one last summer, if you recall, at the garage sale. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Moses said to Korah, "Hear now, you sons of Levi. Is it not enough for you that the God of Israel has separated you from the rest of the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister to them, and that he has brought you near Korah and all your brothers, sons of Levi, with you?" Hugo said a hot chocolate stand.
The garage sale or a...
Well, it was a yard sale. We didn't take them in our garage. "And are you seeking for the priesthood also? Therefore you and all your company are gathered together against the Lord. But as for Aaron, who is he that you grumble against him?" Then Moses sent a summons to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab. But they said, "We will not come up. Is it not enough that you have brought us up out of the land flowing with milk and honey to have us die in the wilderness? But you would also lord it over us? Indeed, you have not brought us into the land flowing with milk and honey, nor have you given us an inheritance of fields and vineyards. Would you put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up." Wow. Then Moses became very angry and said to the Lord, "Do not regard their offering. I have not taken a single donkey from them, nor have I done harm to any of them." Moses said to Korah, "You and all your company be present before the Lord tomorrow, both you and they along with Aaron. Each of you take his fire pan and put incense on it, and each of you bring his censer before the Lord, 250 fire pans. Also you and Aaron shall each bring his fire pan." So they each took his own censer and put fire on it and laid incense on it. And they stood at the doorway of the tent of meeting with Moses and Aaron. Thus Korah assembled all the congregation against them at the doorway of the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord appeared to all the congregation. Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them instantly. But they fell on their faces and said, O God, God of the spirits of all flesh, when one man sins, will you be angry with the entire congregation? It kind of blows me away. Moses is always like, oh, like bartering. I think, Abraham and Moses. But, it's one after another for God. Anyway, I digress. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the congregation, saying, Get back from around the dwellings of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Then Moses arose and went to Dathan and Abiram with the elders of Israel following him, and he spoke to the congregation, saying, Depart now from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing that belongs to them, or you will be swept away in all their sin. So they got back from around the dwellings of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood at the doorway of their tents, along with their wives and their sons and their little ones. Moses said, By this you shall know that the Lord has sent me to do all these deeds, for this is not my doing. If these men die the death of all men, or if they suffer the fate of all men, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord brings about an entirely new thing, and the ground opens its mouth and swallows them up with all that is theirs, and they descend alive into Sheol, then you will understand that these men have spurned the Lord. As he finished speaking all these words, the ground that was under them split open, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, and their households and all the men who belonged to Korah with their possessions. So they and all that belonged to them went down alive into Sheol, and the earth closed over them, and they perished from the midst of the assembly. All Israel who were around them fled at their outcry, for they said, The earth may swallow us up. Fire also came forth from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who were offering the incense. I mean, how much do you need to see? If nothing else you've seen, this, should straighten up and fly right, guys. Come on. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Say to Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, that he shall take up the censers out of the midst of the blaze, for they are holy, and you scatter the burning coals abroad. As for the censers of these men who have sinned at the cost of their lives, let them be made into hammered sheets for a plating of the altar, since they did present them before the Lord, and they are holy, and they shall be for a sign to the sons of Israel. So Eleazar the priest took the bronze censers, which the men who were burned had offered, and they hammered them out as a plating for the altar, as a reminder to the sons of Israel that no layman, who is not of the descendants of Aaron, should come near to burn incense before the Lord, so that he will not become like Korah and his company, just as the Lord had spoken to him through Moses. Let's see. You said, I love how God and Moses go back and forth. When the people are bad, Moses calls them God's children, and God calls them Moses. Yeah, your kids. But on the next day, all the congregation of the sons of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron, saying, You are the ones who have caused the death of the Lord's people. It came about, however, when the congregation had assembled against Moses and Aaron, that they turned toward the tent of meeting, and behold, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. Then Moses and Aaron came to the front of the tent of meeting, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Get away from among this congregation, that I may consume them instantly. Then they fell on their faces. Moses said to Aaron, Take your censer and put in it fire from the altar, and lay incense on it. I have more kittens scratching at the door again. Then bring it quickly to the congregation and make atonement for them. For wrath has gone forth from the Lord. The plague has begun. Then Aaron took it as Moses had spoken, and ran into the midst of the assembly, for behold, the plague had begun among the people. So he put on the incense and made atonement for the people. He took his stand between the dead and the living, so that the plague was checked. But those who died by the plague were 14,700, besides those who died on account of Korah. Then Aaron returned to Moses at the doorway of the tent of meeting, for the plague had been checked. And that was chapter 16 of Numbers. Goodness. It's kind of crazy reading all of this. I mean, we can sit here and say, oh, we wouldn't complain, or we wouldn't do this, or we wouldn't do that, but maybe we would have. And but the thing is it would never be that golden calf. I would never be like, yeah, here's my earrings, make me a golden calf. Like, that's wild to me. I'm sorry, I get stuck on that all the time. Okay, just a second to go into my live stream settings here. Okay, chapter 17. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and get from them a rod for each father's household, 12 rods from all their leaders according to their fathers' households. You shall write each name on his rod, and write Aaron's name on the rod of Levi, for there is one rod for the head of each of their fathers' households. You shall then deposit them in the tent of meeting in front of the testimony where I meet with you. It will come about that the rod of the man whom I choose will sprout. Thus I will lessen from upon myself the grumblings of the sons of Israel who are grumbling against you. Moses therefore spoke to the sons of Israel, and all their leaders gave him a rod apiece, for each leader according to their fathers' households, 12 rods, with the rod of Aaron among their rods. So Moses deposited the rods before the Lord in the tent of the testimony. Now on the next day, Moses went into the tent of the testimony, and behold, the rod of Aaron for the house of Levi had sprouted, and put forth buds, and produced blossoms, and it bore ripe almonds. Moses then brought out all the rods from the presence of the Lord to all the sons of Israel, and they looked, and each man took his rod. But the Lord said to Moses, Put back the rod of Aaron before the testimony to be kept as a sign against the rebels, that you may put an end to their grumblings against me, so that they will not die. Thus Moses did, just as the Lord had commanded him, so he did. Then the sons of Israel spoke to Moses, saying, Behold, we perish, we are dying, we are all dying. Everyone who comes near to the tabernacle of the Lord must die. Are we to perish completely? And that was chapter 17. You guys awake out there? As always, if anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I would love to lift you up. I'm going to take a drink, and then I will get going on chapter 18. Okay. Duties of Levites. Haven't we done this before? Not literally. I know that we're just making it thorough, you know? So the Lord said to Aaron, You and your sons and your father's household with you shall bear the guilt in connection with the sanctuary, and you and your sons with you shall bear the guilt in connection with your priesthood. But bring with you also your brothers, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, that they may be joined with you and serve you, while you and your sons with you are before the tent of the testimony. And they shall thus attend to your obligation and the obligation of all the tent, but they shall not come near to the furnishings of the sanctuary and the altar, or both they and you will die. they shall be joined with you. And attend to the obligations of the tent of meeting for all the service of the tent, but an outsider may not come near you. So you shall attend to the obligations of the sanctuary and the obligations of the altar, so that there will no longer be wrath on the sons of Israel. Behold, I myself have taken your fellow Levites from among the sons of Israel. They are a gift to you, dedicated to the Lord, to perform the service for the tent of meeting. But you and your sons with you shall attend to your priesthood for everything concerning the altar and inside the veil, and you are to perform service. I am giving you the priesthood as a bestowed service, but the outsider who comes near shall be put to death. Then the Lord spoke to Aaron, Now behold, I myself have given you charge of my offerings, even all the holy gifts of the sons of Israel. I have given them to you as a portion, and to your sons as a perpetual allotment. This shall be yours from the most holy gifts reserved from the fire, every offering of theirs, even every grain offering and every sin offering, and every guilt offering, which they shall render to me, shall be most holy for you and for your sons. As the most holy gifts you shall eat it, every male shall eat it, it shall be holy to you. This also is yours, the offering of their gift, even all the wave offerings of the sons of Israel. I have given them to you and to your sons and daughters with you as a perpetual allotment. Every one of your household who is clean may eat it. All the best of the flesh oil, and all the best of the fresh wine and of the grain, the first fruits of those which they give to the Lord, I give them to you. The first ripe fruits of all that is in their land, which they bring to the Lord, shall be yours. Every one of your household who is clean may eat it. Every devoted thing in Israel shall be yours. Every first issue of the womb of all flesh, whether man or animal, which they offer to the Lord, shall be yours. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man you shall surely redeem, and the firstborn of unclean animals you shall redeem. As to their redemption price, from a month old you shall redeem them, by your valuation, 5 shekels in silver, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. For the firstborn of an ox, or the firstborn of a sheep, or the firstborn of a goat, you shall not redeem, they are holy. You shall sprinkle their blood on the altar, and shall offer up their fat in smoke as an offering by fire for a soothing aroma to the Lord. Their meat shall be yours. It shall be yours as a breast of a wave offering, and like the right thigh. All the offerings of the holy gifts which the sons of Israel offer to the Lord, I have given to you and your sons and your daughters with you, as a perpetual allotment. It is an everlasting covenant of salt before the Lord to you and your descendants with you. Then the Lord said to Aaron, You shall have no inheritance in their land, nor own any portion among them. I am your portion and your inheritance among the sons of Israel. To the sons of Levi, behold, I have given all the tithe in Israel for an inheritance, in return for their service which they perform, the service of the tent of meeting. The sons of Israel shall not come near the tent of meeting again, or they will bear sin and die. Only the Levites shall perform the service of the tent of meeting, and they shall bear their iniquity. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations, and among the sons of Israel they shall have no inheritance. For the tithe of the sons of Israel, which they offer as an offering to the Lord, I have given to the Levites for an inheritance. Therefore I have said concerning them, they shall have no inheritance among the sons of Israel. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Moreover, you shall speak to the Levites and say to them, When you take from the sons of Israel the tithe which I have given you from them for your inheritance, then you shall present an offering from it to the Lord, a tithe of the tithe. Your offering shall be reckoned to you as the grain from the threshing floor, or the full produce from the wine vat. So you shall also present an offering to the Lord from your tithes, which you receive from the sons of Israel, and from it you shall give the Lord's offering to Aaron the priest. Out of all your gifts you shall present every offering due to the Lord, from all the best of them, the sacred part from them. You shall say to them, When you have offered from it the best of it, then the rest shall be reckoned to the Levites. So the product of the threshing floor, and as a product of the threshing floor, and as a product of the wine vat. You may eat it anywhere, you and your households, for it is your compensation in return for your service in the tent of meeting. You will bear no sin by reason of it when you have offered the best of it, but you shall not profane the sacred gifts of the sons of Israel, or you will die. And that was chapter 18. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. You're eating? What are you having? Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, This is the statute of the law which the Lord has commanded, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel that they bring you an unblemished red heifer, in which is no defect, and on which a yoke has never been placed. You shall give it to Eleazar the priest, and it shall be brought outside the camp and be slaughtered in his presence. Next, Eleazar the priest shall take some of its blood with his finger, sprinkle some of its blood toward the front of the tent of meeting 7 times. Then the heifer shall be burned in his sight, its hide and its flesh and its blood, with its refuse, shall be burned. Ooh, sandwiches are always good. While listening and talking to my sister about Jesus being born. Sounds like a good time. The priest shall take cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet material and cast it into the midst of the burning heifer. The priest shall then wash his clothes and bathe his body in water, and afterward come into the camp, but the priest shall be unclean until evening. The one who burns it shall also wash his clothes in water and bathe his body in water, and shall be unclean until evening. Now a man who is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer and deposit them outside the camp in a clean place, and the congregation of the sons of Israel shall keep it as water to remove impurity. It is purification from sin. The one who gathers the ashes of the heifer shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening, and it shall be a perpetual statute to the sons of Israel and to the alien who sojourns among them. The one who touches the corpse of any person shall be unclean for 7 days. That one shall purify himself from uncleanness with the water on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and then he will be clean. But if he does not purify himself on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, he will not be clean. Anyone who touches a corpse, the body of a man who has died, and does not purify himself, defiles the tabernacle of the Lord, and that person shall be cut off from Israel. Because the water for impurity was not sprinkled on him, he shall be unclean. His uncleanness is still on him. This is the law when a man dies in a tent. Everyone who comes into the tent and everyone who is in the tent shall be unclean for 7 days. Every open vessel which has no covering tied down on it shall be unclean. Also, anyone who in the open field touches one who has been slain with a sword, or who has died naturally, or a human bone or a grave shall be unclean for 7 days. Then for the unclean person, they shall take some of the ashes of the burnt purification from sin, and flowing water shall be added to them in a vessel. A clean person shall take hyssop and dip it in the water and sprinkle it on the tent and on all the furnishings and on the persons who were there, and on the one who touched the bone, or the one slain, or the one dying naturally, or the grave. Then the clean person shall sprinkle on the unclean on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. And on the 7th day he shall purify him from uncleanness, and he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and shall be clean by evening. But the man who is unclean and does not purify himself from uncleanness, that person shall be cut off from the midst of the assembly, because he has defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water for impurity has not been sprinkled on him. He is unclean. So it shall be a perpetual statute for them. And he who sprinkles the water for impurity shall wash his clothes, and he who touches the water for impurity shall be unclean until evening. Furthermore, anything that the unclean person touches shall be unclean, and the person who touches it shall be unclean until evening. And that was chapter 19. Oh, I see a few more people have joined us. Welcome. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to get to know you. Feel free to jump into the live chat and say hello. I also have Discord, a Facebook page, the community here on Facebook. And if anybody who wants to discuss or has a private prayer request or anything like that, you can email me. All the links are in my channel description, but my email is earstohear.biblereading@gmail.com. Then the sons of Israel, the whole congregation, came to the wilderness of Zin in the first month, and the people stayed at Kadesh. Now Miriam died there and was buried there. There was no water for the congregation, and they assembled themselves against Moses and Aaron. The people thus contended with Moses and spoke, saying, "If only we had perished when our brothers perished before the Lord. Why then have you brought the Lord's assembly into this wilderness for us and our beasts to die here? Why have you made us come up from Egypt to bring us into this wretched place? It is not a place of grain or figs or vines or pomegranates, nor is there water to drink." Then Moses and Aaron came in from the presence of the assembly to the doorway of the tent of meeting, and fell on their faces. Then the glory of the Lord appeared to them, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Take the rod, and you and your brother Aaron assemble the congregation and speak to the rock before their eyes, that it may yield its water. You shall thus bring forth water for them out of the rock, and let the congregation and their beasts drink." So Moses took the rod from before the Lord, just as he had commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the assembly before the rock, and he said to them, "Listen now, you rebels. Shall we bring forth water for you out of this rock?" Then Moses lifted up his hand and struck the rock twice with its rod, and water with his rod, and water came forth abundantly, and the congregation and their beasts drank. But the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Because you have not believed me to treat me as holy in the sight of the sons of Israel, therefore you shall not bring this assembly into the land which I have given them." Those were the waters of Meribah, because the sons of Israel contended with the Lord, and he proved himself holy among them. From Kadesh Moses then sent messengers to the king of Edom. "Thus your brother Israel has said, you know all the hardship that has befallen us, that our fathers went down to Egypt, and we stayed in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians treated us and our fathers badly. But when we cried out to the Lord, he heard our voice and sent an angel and brought us out from Egypt. Now behold, we are at Kadesh, a town on the edge of your territory. Please let us pass through your land. We will not pass through field or through vineyard. We will not even drink water from a well. We will go along the king's highway, not turning to the right or left until we pass through your territory." Edom, however, said to him, "You shall not pass through us, or I will come out with the sword against you." Again the sons of Israel said to him, "We will go up by the highway, and if I and my livestock do drink any of your water, then I will pay its price. Let me only pass through on my feet, nothing else." But he said, "You shall not pass through." And Edom came out against him with a heavy force and with a strong hand. Thus Edom refused to allow Israel to pass through his territory, so Israel turned away from him. Now when they set out from Kadesh, the sons of Israel, the whole congregation, came to Mount Hor. Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron at Mount Hor by the border of the land of Edom, saying, "Aaron will be gathered to his people, for he shall not enter the land which I have given to the sons of Israel, because you rebelled against my command at the waters of Meribah. Take Aaron and his son Eleazar and bring them up to Mount Hor, and strip Aaron of his garments and put them on his son Eleazar. So Aaron will be gathered to his people and will die there. What's going on? Let me read the comments. Oh, you're saying the mic is good now, or? Let's see, I think the regular live format can be hyped on replay, but these long ones can't. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's all right. So Aaron will be gathered to his people and will die there. So Moses did just as the Lord had commanded, and they went up to Mount Hor in the sight of the congregation. After Moses had stripped Aaron of his garments and put them on his son Eleazar, Aaron died there on the mountaintop. Then Moses and Eleazar came down from the mountain. When all the congregation saw that Aaron had died, all the house of Israel wept for Aaron 30 days. And that was chapter 20. When the Canaanite, the king of Arad, who lived in the Negev, heard that Aaron was coming by the way of Atharim, then he fought against Israel and took some of them captive. So Israel made a vow to the Lord and said, "If you will indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities." The Lord heard the voice of Israel and delivered up the Canaanites. Then they utterly destroyed them and their cities. Thus the name of the place was called Hormah. Then they set out from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to go around the land of Edom, and the people became impatient because of the journey. The people spoke against God and Moses. "Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no food and no water, and we loathe this miserable food." I mean, you weren't going to die in the wilderness, but here if you want, like, psh, gone. Goodness. The Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, so that many people of Israel died. There, now. Like, you said it. There you go. Goodness. So the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned because we have spoken against the Lord, and you intercede with the Lord that he may remove the serpents from us." And Moses interceded for the people. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Make a fiery serpent and set it on a standard, and it shall come about that everyone who is bitten, when he looks at it, he will live." And Moses made a bronze serpent and set it on the standard, and it came about that if a serpent bit any man, when he looked to the bronze serpent, he lived. Now the sons of Israel moved out and camped in Oboth. They journeyed from Oboth and camped at Lai-Abiram in the wilderness, which is opposite Moab to the east. What is what? What are you responding to, sis? This live is short form. Okay. From there they set out and camped in Wadi Zered. From there they journeyed and camped on the other side of the Arnon, which is in the wilderness that comes out of the border of the Amorites, for the Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. Therefore it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord, Waheb in Suphah and the wadis of the Arnon, and the slope of the wadis that extends to the side of Ar and leans to the border of Moab. From there they continued to Beer. That is the well where the Lord said to Moses, "Assemble the people that I may give them water." Then Israel sang this song: "Spring up, O well, spring to it. The well which the leaders sank which the nobles of the people dug with the scepter and with their staffs. And from the wilderness they continued to Mattanah, and from Mattanah to Nahaliel, and from Nahaliel to Bamoth, and from Bamoth to the valley that is in the land of Moab, at the top of Pisgah, which overlooks the wasteland. Then Israel sent messengers to Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through your land. We will not turn off into field or vineyard. We will not drink water from wells. We will go by the king's highway until we have passed through your border." But Sihon would not permit Israel to pass through his border. So Sihon gathered all his people and went out against Israel in the wilderness and came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. Then Israel struck him with the edge of the sword and took possession of his land from the Arnon to the Jabbok, as far as the sons of Ammon. For the border of the sons of Ammon was Jazer. I think that's how you pronounce that one. Israel took all these cities, and Israel lived in all the cities of the Amorites, in Heshbon, and in all her villages. For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab, and had taken all his land out of his hand, as far as the Arnon. Therefore, those who use Proverbs say, "Come to Heshbon, let it be built. So let the city of Sihon be established. For a fire went forth from Heshbon, a flame from the town of Sihon. It devoured Ar of Moab, the dominant heights of the Arnon. Woe to you, O Moab! You are ruined, O people of Chemosh. He has given his sons as fugitives and his daughters into captivity to an Amorite king, Sihon. But we have cast them down. Heshbon is ruined as far as Dibon. Then we have laid waste even to Nophah, which reaches to Nedeba." Or Nedeba. All of these names, man. Thus Israel lived in the land of the Amorites. Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they captured its villages and dispossessed the Amorites who were there. Then they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, went out with all his people for battle at Edrei. But the Lord said to Moses, "Do not fear him, for I have given him into your hand, and all his people and all his land, and you shall do to him as you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who lived at Heshbon." So they killed him and his sons and all his people until there was no remnant left him, and they possessed his land. And that was chapter 21. Then the sons of Israel journeyed and camped in the plains of Moab, beyond the Jordan, opposite Jericho. Now Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. So Moab was in great fear because of the people, for they were numerous, and Moab was in dread of the sons of Israel. Moab said to the elders of Midian, "Now this horde will lick up all that is around us, as the ox licks up the grass of the field." And Balak the son of Zippor was king of Moab at that time. So he sent messengers to Balaam the son of Beor at Pethor, which is near the river, in the land of the sons of his people, to call him, saying, "Behold, a people came out of Egypt. Behold, they cover the surface of the land, and they are living opposite me. Now therefore, please come, curse this people for me, since they are too mighty for me. Perhaps I may be able to defeat them and drive them out of the land. For I know that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed." So the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the fees for divination in their hand, and they came to Balaam and repeated Balak's words to him. He said to them, "Spend the night here, and I will bring word back to you as the Lord may speak to me." And the leaders of Moab stayed with Balaam. Then God came to Balaam and said, "Who are these men with you?" Balaam said to God, "Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent word to me. Behold, there is a people who came out of Egypt, and they cover the surface of the land. Now come, curse them for me. Perhaps I may be able to fight against them and drive them out." God said to Balaam, "Do not go with them. You shall not curse the people, for they are blessed." So Balaam arose in the morning and said to Balak's leaders, "Go back to your land, for the Lord has refused to let me go with you." The leaders of Moab arose and went to Balak and said, "Balaam refused to come with us." Then Balak again sent leaders, more numerous and more distinguished than the former. They came to Balaam and said to him, "Thus says Balak the son of Zippor, let nothing, I beg you, hinder you from coming to me, for I will indeed honor you richly, and I will do whatever you say to me. Please come then, curse this people for me." Balaam replied to the servants of Balak, "Though Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not do anything, either small or great, contrary to the command of the Lord my God. Now please, you also stay here tonight, and I will find out what else the Lord will speak to me." God came to Balaam at night and said to him, "If the men have come to call you, rise up and go with them. But only the word which I speak to you shall you do." So Balaam arose in the morning and saddled his donkey and went with the leaders of Moab. But God was angry because he was going, and the angel of the Lord took his stand in the way as an adversary against him. Now he was riding on his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his drawn sword in his hand, did I just pronounce the W in sword? The donkey turned off from the way and went into the field. But Balaam struck the donkey to turn her back into the way. Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow path of the vineyards, with a wall on this side and a wall on that side. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she pressed herself to the wall and pressed Balaam's foot against the wall, so he struck her again. The angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where there was no way to turn to the right hand or the left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she lay down under Balaam. So Balaam was angry and struck the donkey with his stick. And the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said to Balaam, "What have I done to you that you have struck me these 3 times?" Then Balaam said to the donkey, "Because you have made a mockery of me. If there had been a sword in my hand, I would have killed you by now." The donkey said to Balaam, "Am I not your donkey on which you have ridden all your life to this day? Have I ever been accustomed to do so to you?" And he said, "No." Then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his drawn sword in his hand, and he bowed all the way to the ground. The angel of the Lord said to him, "Why have you struck your donkey these 3 times? Behold, I have come out as an adversary, because your way was contrary to me. But the donkey saw me and turned aside from me these 3 times. If she had not turned aside from me, I would surely have killed you just now and let her live." Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, "I have sinned, for I did not know that you were standing in the way against me. Now then, if it is displeasing to you, I will turn back." But the angel of the Lord said to Balaam, "Go with the men, but you shall speak only the word which I tell you." So Balaam went along with the leaders of Balak. Oh, I see web comments. I scrolled in accident to another stream since I'm on mobile right now. Yeah, it happens. And then scrolled through a couple lives, and man, so many crazy and different streams. I'm so glad I can just watch and listen to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna pop off with anything weird, right? But as I always say, test everything against the word. Good thing is I'm only reading the word, really. Reading the word of God. There needs to be more people doing what you're doing. I agree. I just hope we can reach more and more people. When Balak heard that Balaam was coming, he went out to meet him at the city of Moab, which is on the Arnon border, at the extreme end of the border. Then Balak said to Balaam, "Did I not urgently send to you to call you? Why did you not come to me? Am I really unable to honor you?" So Balaam said to Balak, "Behold, I have come now to you. Am I able to speak anything at all? The word that God puts in my mouth, that I shall speak." And Balaam went with Balak, and they came to Kiriath Huzoth. Balak sacrificed oxen and sheep and sent some to Balaam and the leaders who were with him. Then it came about in the morning that Balak took Balaam and brought him up to the high places of Baal, and he saw from there a portion of the people. And that was chapter 22. And thank you, Hugo. I'm really glad that you found us and that you found us again recently, because I hadn't seen you in a while. Although you were occasionally commenting on, I believe, my community posts and stuff here and there. But I'm glad for how many people, how many friends I've made through this channel. Something I was sorely lacking. I appreciate each of you so very much. You know what's odd is I didn't know that community posts are being shown in the shorts feed now. Have you seen that? If I'm on my cat channel, I will see my community posts from this channel. And if I'm on this channel, I'll see community posts from other channels. I started seeing just a picture with no music, no text, or, you know, this, that, or the other thing. And it was really odd. And then I saw my own and I was like, wait, what is a community post doing in here? Yeah. Usually I'm just on my cat channel scrolling the shorts to see like what sounds are trending at the time to put with my videos of my cats that I post on there. And they'll just come up in the middle here and there. Then Balaam said to Balak, build 7 altars for me here and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me here. Balak did just as Balaam had spoken, and Balak and Balaam offered up a bull and a ram on each altar. Give me just a moment. Yeah, neither do I, except for that purpose, for finding like the trending sounds that go good with cat videos and stuff like that. Usually if I'm watching anything, it's like true crime, old stuff, usually from like the 90s, where they have the reenacted crime scenes and stuff, and they just tell the story. And I like those because they're longer. And I also like, I think it's called Explore With Us. Everybody calls it EWU. And I like those because they're longer. I don't really so much like the short content. Balak did just as Balaam had spoken, and Balak and Balaam offered up a bull and a ram on each altar. I guess that bared repeating, huh? Then Balaam said to Balak, stand beside your burnt offering, and I will go. Perhaps the Lord will come to meet me, and whatever he shows me, I will tell you. So he went to a bare hill. Now God met Balaam, and he said to him, I have set up the 7 altars, and I have offered up a bull and a ram on each altar. Then the Lord put a word in Balaam's mouth and said, return to Balak, and he shall speak thus. So he returned to him, and behold, he was standing beside his burnt offering, he and all the leaders of Moab. He took up his discourse and said, from Aram Balak has brought me, Moab's king from the mountains of the east. Come curse Jacob for me, and come denounce Israel. How shall I curse whom God has not cursed? And how can I denounce whom the Lord has not denounced? As I see him from the top of the rocks, and I look at him from the hills, behold, a people who dwells apart, and will not be reckoned among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, or number the 4th part of Israel? Let me die the death of the upright, and let my end be like his. Then Balak said to Balaam, what have you done to me? I took you to curse my enemies, but behold, you have actually blessed them. He replied, must I not be careful to speak what the Lord puts in my mouth? Then Balak said to him, please come with me to another place from where you may see them, although you will only see the extreme end of them and will not see all of them, and curse them for me from there. What are you not getting, bro? So he took him to the field of Zophim, to the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. And he said to Balak, stand here beside your burnt offering, while I myself meet the Lord over there. Then the Lord met Balaam, and put a word in his mouth, and said, return to Balak, and thus you shall speak. He came to him, and behold, he was standing beside his burnt offering, and the leaders of Moab with him. And Balak said to him, What has the Lord spoken? Then he took up his discourse and said, Arise, O Balak, and hear. Give ear to me, O son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should repent. Has he said, and will he not do it? Or has he spoken, and will he not make it good? Behold, I have received a command to bless. When he has blessed, then I cannot revoke it. He has not observed misfortune in Jacob, nor has he seen trouble in Israel. The Lord his God is with him, and the shadow of a king is among them. God brings them out of Egypt. He is for them like the horns of the wild ox. For there is no omen against Jacob, nor is there any divination against Israel. At the proper time it shall be said to Jacob and to Israel what God has done. Behold, a people rises like a lioness, and as a lion it lifts itself. It will not lie down until it devours the prey and drinks the blood of the slain. Then Balak said to Balaam, Do not curse them at all, nor bless them at all. But Balaam replied to Balak, Did I not tell you whatever the Lord speaks that I must do? Then Balak said to Balaam, Please come, I will take you to another place. Perhaps it will be agreeable with God that you curse them for me from there. So Balak took Balaam to the top of Peor, which overlooks the wasteland. Balaam said to Balak, Build 7 altars for me here, and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me here. Hang on just a second, guys. Sorry, guys, my son had a question. Balaam said to Balak, Build 7 altars for me here, and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me here. Balak did just as Balaam had said, and offered up a bull and a ram on each altar. Let's see. Hugo said, Yeah, I like long videos as well, but I do watch Instagram Reels, but it does affect attention span, so I'm trying to watch them less. Yes. I found myself getting irritated when videos took, more longer to get to the point. And I realized it's like they want your attention span to be short. I really think that's part of the agenda. But also, I was going to say something and I totally forgot. Oh, let's see. She said, I was playing with my stray cat. I think it might be pregnant. I'm feeding it for months. I'm not sure if she's pregnant. Is there any signs? Well, they get big and they're more hungry. And how long has she been acting that way? Because they're only pregnant for 9 weeks. He who curses Israel will be cursed. He who blesses Israel will be blessed. Yes and amen. Hang on just a sec. Anytime I have scrolled like from on the shorts on here on my cat channel, I'll be watching kitty videos and scroll to something else, and then suddenly I get on these lives and I will actually take screenshots of these crazy lives that I see. It'll be like a man in clown makeup saying random stuff and he's got 350 people watching. And then I'll see some other crazy thing and they'll have 1,500 people watching. And a lot of them like to, lately I've had 3 times come through my feed where it's like people peeling a raw egg. And in the video, you can tell like it's a frozen raw egg, for one, but they will have literally thousands upon thousands of people watching. You saw the clown guy? Yeah, and then also there'll be people just like threatening people in their lives. I'll just be scrolling along and suddenly it's some guy just like saying crazy stuff. I'm like, how are they even still alive? It's weird. It is ridiculous. See, I don't mind raising a kitten. I love cats. Let's see what she's going to do. A kitten. Mine had 7. I currently have 9 cats because my rescue turned up pregnant. And there's such a problem in our area with people just having their cats out. So we're just keeping them. They have their own channel. Let's see, Hugo said, yeah, so many weird live streams with so many viewers. I ask myself, how are people watching that? Yeah, exactly. Yes, there is witchcraft. It's terrible. Did you see Saran's message? She said her cat. Yeah. Oh, bloated. And it's been 3 weeks since she's been acting like this. So if she's already bloated and has been acting that way for 3 weeks, she's probably further along than 3 weeks. If she's been bloated for 3 weeks, then she's probably more like 5 or 6 weeks. Let's see, this was exactly what I needed to hear. I feed strays too, but back to Jesus. Yeah. Oh my goodness, a tin cap? They're just sitting there smoking on live for people to watch. People will watch some crazy stuff, y'all. I don't know. And then I'll be here and I will literally be live for an hour and get like 5 views. And I'm just like, wow, okay. I think that the crazy you are, it's like it's like a train wreck you can't look away from, that kind of stuff. So people keep going and it's just sad. What? What does that even mean, bro? What? Support Jesus, like that's not a thing. At any rate. When Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he did not go as at other times to seek omens, but he set his face toward the wilderness. And Balaam lifted up his eyes and saw Israel camping tribe by tribe, and the Spirit of God came upon him. He took up his discourse and said, the oracle of Balaam, the son of Beor, and the oracle of the man whose eye is opened, the oracle of him who hears the words of God, who sees the vision of the Almighty, falling down, yet having his eyes uncovered. How fair are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel. No. Oh, goodness. Like valleys that stretch out, like gardens beside the river, like aloes planted by the Lord, like cedars beside the waters. Water will flow from his buckets, and his seed will be by many waters. And his king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. God brings him out of Egypt. He is for him like the horns of the wild ox. He will devour the nations who are his adversaries, and will crush their bones in pieces and shatter them with his arrows. He couches, he lies down as a lion, and as a lion who dares rouse him. Blessed is everyone who blesses you, and cursed is everyone who curses you. Then Balak's anger burned against Balaam, and he struck his hands together, and Balak said to Balaam, I called you to curse my enemies, but behold, you have persisted in blessing them these 3 times. Therefore, flee to your place now. I said I would honor you greatly, but behold, the Lord has held you back from honor. Balaam said to Balak, did I not tell your messengers, whom you had sent to me, saying, though Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not do anything contrary to the command of the Lord, either good or bad, of my own accord. What the Lord speaks, that I will speak. And now, behold, I am going to my people. Come, and I will advise you what this people will do to your people in the days to come. Let me see. I read back. Oh, it suddenly scrolled. Lots of comments. I saw a person in live stream who was wearing a pyramid on his head and chanting the same word that sounded something like tap to tap with. Oh, mods are disciples? Wow. Okay. That sounds like something you should flee straight away from, honey. Okay. I feel Leviticus 25 really highlights God's divine morality. I had 11 I had 11 cats at one point. Jesus wanted me to feed these strays. I've been drinking again and taking my pills. The Holy Spirit is not pleased with me. God, bring me out of Egypt. Oh, I'm praying for you, Dace. Welcome. Those are hard things to overcome, but nothing we face is, like not normal for humans. And you can resist. And I'm going to pray for you now. Father God, I pray for Days. I ask that you help this person to stand strong in the face of temptation, Lord, and just help them to say no to the drinking and taking the pills, Lord. I ask that you keep this person well and help them to find their peace and their comfort and their fulfillment in you alone, Lord. And we thank you so much. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. Not everyone can understand the essence of Old Testament. The divine nature of the Supreme is revealed in Old Testament. Yes. Hey, I've been pyramid on head guy. I've seen. My screen keeps scrolling. The divine nature of the Supreme. Okay. He's a Christian? The pyramid on his head guy? I haven't seen him, to be honest. But is that the one that his mods are apostles or whatever? No, he is a lunatic. He says he is channeling some energy called ew. Saran, yeah, if you hear a Christian talking about energies, you know something is wrong already. Yes, amen. I'm going to do a fast soon. I want to be closer to Jesus. I feel like the world is Twilight Zone now. Yes, it is Twilight Zone out there. You are most welcome. I'm always happy to lift people up in prayer when they need it. That's actually how this going live thing got started. I'd had the channel for, I don't know, maybe 9 months or a year. And I was laying in bed one night and I couldn't sleep. And I was thinking, I don't really have anybody to pray for me. And I thought, there's probably other people feeling that same way. And so I went live and I just said, how can I pray for you? And honestly, I was just going to leave that on the screen and try to sleep. And then in the morning, pray for anybody who needed it. So, we're losing people again here, aren't we? At any rate, people immediately came in asking for prayer. So I stayed up and I prayed for them and I was online for hours the first time and I realized that people really do need it. Okay. You'd know if you tried it. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and... Oh, you already hit him. Good. That was a good choice. Amen. The way, the truth, and the light. He took up his discourse and said, the oracle of Balaam, the son of Beor, and the oracle of the man whose eye is open, the oracle of him who hears the words of God and knows the knowledge of the Most High, who sees the vision of the Almighty falling down, yet having his eyes uncovered. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star shall come forth from Jacob, a scepter shall rise from Israel, and shall crush through the forehead of Moab, and tear down all the sons of Sheth. Edom shall be a possession, Seir its enemies also will be a possession, while Israel performs valiantly. One from Jacob shall have dominion and will destroy the remnant from the city. And he looked at Amalek and took up his discourse and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his end shall be destruction. And he looked at the Kenite and took up his discourse and said, Your dwelling place is enduring, and your nest is set in the cliff. Nevertheless, Cain will be consumed. How long will Asher keep you captive? Then he took up his discourse and said, Alas, who can live except God has ordained it? But ships shall come from the coast of Kittim, and they shall afflict Ashur and will afflict Eber. So they also will come to destruction. Then Balaam arose and departed and returned to his place, and Balak also went his way. And that was chapter 24. Yes. It's so cool to see the prophecy in the Old Testament that pointed to Jesus. Oh, it seems like the stream on my computer just freaked out and closed. So getting it back up so I can see your guys' comments again. Okay. So it says, Amen, brother. It's amazing how since Genesis there was yes. Yeah, I love it. So cool. Okay. While Israel remained at Shittim, the people began to play the harlot with the daughters of Moab. For they invited the people to the sacrifices of their gods, and the people ate and bowed down to their gods. Oh, you're wild for that, Israelites. Come on. So Israel joined themselves to Baal for Peor, and the Lord was angry against Israel. The Lord said to Moses, Take all the leaders of the people and execute them in broad daylight before the Lord, so that the fierce anger of the Lord may turn away from Israel. So Moses said to the judges of Israel, Each of you slay his men who have joined themselves to Baal of Peor. Then behold, one of the sons of Israel came and brought to his relatives a Midianite woman in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the sons of Israel while they were weeping at the doorway of the tent of meeting. When Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he arose from the midst of the congregation and took a spear in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and pierced both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through the body. So the plague of the sons of Israel was checked. Those who died by the plague were 24,000. That's not such a huge amount if they're, at last count, it was like 600,000, right? So what is that percentage? I mean, it's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's not like they're, half of them or something like that. It's just sad. We should have the fear of the Lord. This should pierce our hearts. Give us fear of you. Yes, amen. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, has turned away my wrath from the sons of Israel, in that he was jealous with my jealousy among them, so that I did not destroy the sons of Israel in my jealousy. Therefore say, Behold, I give him my covenant of peace, and it shall be for him and his descendants after him a covenant of a perpetual priesthood, because he was jealous for his God and made atonement for the sons of Israel. Now the name of the slain man of Israel who was slain with a Midianite woman was Zimri the son of Salu, a leader of a father's household among the Simeonites. The name of the Midianite woman who was slain was Cosbi, the daughter of Zur, who was head of people of a father's household in Midian. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Be hostile to the Midianites and strike them, for they have been hostile to you with their tricks, with which they have deceived you in the affair of Pur and the affair of Cosbi, the daughter of the leader of Midian, their sister who was slain on the day of the plague because of Pur. And that was chapter 25. And I just need to take a drink real quick, and I will get going again. And welcome to those just coming in. I'm so glad you are here with us. I am reading the Bible in chronological order. This is part 10. I should be on part 11, but yesterday I had a sick kitten, so I didn't go live. The plan is to read the Bible in chronological order in a year. We're definitely on track to do that in well under a year. In fact, I might be able to do it twice or start another reading. But I'm glad you're here. And if you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I would love to lift you up. Let's see. Amen. People say that. Why should you fear God if he's supposed to be loving? But the fear of God helps us to live according to his will and to not sin against him, or else we will meet the consequences. The same way fear stops us from jumping off a mountain. Yeah, I mean, I think you're supposed to have a healthy fear of a lot of things that people don't have a fear of. I just think you should have the fear of the Lord, because it's wild to me. People will say, oh, God's loving and this and that. He's not a vengeful or hateful or this or that. No, he's not hateful, but he will take vengeance, and he is jealous, and he doesn't just love everything. He hates sin, and he has a whole list in the Bible of things he does actually hate. But people put God in this box, and they think that we should be able to understand everything about him. But what kind of a God would that be? I mean, who's going to worship a deity that is basically on the same level of them? I just think people have no idea just how amazing God is, or what we're in for, you know? It's tremendous to me. God is love, but the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Yes, he does hate sin. Yes. Okay. Then it came about after the plague that the Lord spoke to Moses and to Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saying, Take a census of all the congregation of the sons of Israel from 20 years old and upward by their fathers' households, whoever is able to go out to war in Israel. So Moses and Eleazar the priest spoke with them in the plains of Moab by the Jordan at Jericho, saying, Take a census of the people from 20 years old and upward, as the Lord has commanded Moses. Now the sons of Israel who came out of the land of Egypt were Reuben, Israel's firstborn, the sons of Reuben, of Hanok, the family of the Hanokites, of Palu, the family of Paluites, of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Carmi, the family of the Carmites. These are the families of the Reubenites. And those who were numbered of them were 43,730. The sons of Palu, Eliab, the sons of Eliab, Nemuel, and Dathan, and Abiram. These are the Dathan and Abiram who were called by the congregation, who contended against Moses and against Aaron and the company of Korah when they contended against the Lord. And the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up along with Korah when that company died, when the fire devoured 250 men, so that they became a warning. The sons of Korah, however, did not die. The sons of Simeon, according to their families, of Nemuel, the family of the Nemuelites, of Jamin, the family of the Jaminites, of Jachin, the family of the Jachanites; of Zerah, the family of the Zerahites; of Shaul, the family of the Shaulites. These are the families of the Simeonites, 22,200. The sons of Gad, according to their families, of Zephon, the family of the Zephonites; of Haggai, the family of the Haggites; of Shuni, the family of the Shunites; of Ozni, the family of the Oznites; of Eri, the family of the Erites; of Arad, the family of the Aradites; of Areli, the family of the Arelites. These are the families of the sons of Gad, according to those who were numbered of them, 40,500. The sons of Judah were and Onan, but and Onan died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Judah, according to their families, were of Shelah, the family of the Shelonites; of the Perizzites; of Zerah, the family of the Zerahites. The sons of Perez were of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites; of Hamul, the family of the Hamulites. There are the families of Judah, according to those who were numbered of them, 76,500. The sons of Issachar, according to their families: of Tola, the family of the Tolites; of Puva, the family of the Punites; of Jashub, the family of Jashubites; of Shimron, the family of the Shimronites. These are the families of Issachar, according to those who were numbered of them, 64,300. The sons of Zebulun, according to their families: of Serad. Here comes the train. We're usually not still live at this point, but now you can see that the train comes more than once, Hugo.
Hello.
Hello. Steven says hello. The train is here, says Hugo. Were you waiting for it?
Me? No.
Mm-mm.
I just,
Okay. The sons of Zebulun, according to their families: of Sarah, the family of the Saradites; of Elon. Chugga, 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 doot, doot. The family of the Ebonites; of Jaleel, the family of the Jaleelites. These are the families of the Zebulonites, according to those who were numbered of them, 60,500.
is that their age? That's their age.
No, that's how many.
Oh.
The sons of Joseph, according to their families: Manasseh and Ephraim. The sons of Manasseh: of Machir, the family of the Machirites; and Machir became the father of Gilead. Of Gilead, the family of the Gileadites. These are the sons of Gilead: of Lezer, the family of the Lezerites, or Izerites. I think that's an I. Of Helek, the family of the Helekites; and of Azrael, the family of the Azraelites; and of Shechem, the family of the Shechemites; and of Shemida, the family of the Shemidites. Shemidites. And of Hefer, the family of the Heferites. I don't want to be a Heferite, guys.
What's a Heferite?
I'm just teasing. A heifer is a cow. Now, Zelophehad, the son of Hefer, had no sons, but only daughters, and the names of the daughters of Zelophehad were Mala, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tirzah. These are the families of Manasseh, and those who were numbered of them were 52,700. Oh, thank you, Dace. Sometimes I hit one and I think I've got it, but it doesn't come out how it sounds in my head. These are the sons of Ephraim, according to their families: of Shethilah, the family of the Shethiahites; of Becher, the family of the Beecherites; of Tahan, the family of the Tahanites. These are the sons of Shethilah; of Aaron, the family of the Aaronites. These are the families of the sons of Ephraim, according to those who were numbered of them, 32,500. These are the sons of Joseph, according to their families. This is going to go on like this for a while, if you're sure. What's up?
I just needed the lotion on the back of my hands because it.
I did that while you were sleeping.
What?
Yeah, while you were sleeping, I put it on your hands. Is it burning?
It's still, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's in my medicine cabinet. It's a little tub. You can bring it here and I'll put it on for you, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Don't try to put it on yourself.
I will.
No, you won't. Turkey. The sons of Benjamin, according to their families of Bela, the family of the Belaites of Ashbel, the family of the Ashbelites of Ahiram, the family of the Hiramites of Shepham, the family of the Shephamites of Hapham, the family of Huphamites. The sons of Bela were Ard and Naaman. Of Ard, the family of the Ardites. Of Naaman, the family of the Naamites. These are the sons of Benjamin according to their families, and those who were numbered of them were 45,600. I need to get a drink because I don't want you guys hearing that sticky, weird smacking sound that happens. Are you asking me if I'm in the Eastern time zone or EST? I'm in PST. Which in this state starting to give me PTSD, but I'm in Washington. Yeah, it's after 1 o'clock in the morning now. My kids have doctor diagnosed insomnia. So sometimes it's all well and good and it'll be that way for a few weeks or months even, and then all of a sudden we get off track again. So it's a little rough sometimes. Okay. These are the sons of Dan according to their families of Shuham. I don't want any Shuham. The family of the Shuamites. These are the families of Dan according to their families. All of the families of the Shuamites, according to those who were numbered of them, were 64,400.
Hello.
Are we sure that's... Let me see. Does it say urea on the front or urea? Yeah. Okay, guys. So I need to put this lotion on my son's hands for a second. He's got some eczema. It's flared up on the backs of his hands. How are your elbows? Are they bothering you at all?
No.
Okay.
Actually,
I'll take a look and see if it's on there. Okay. Let me see your other hand. Ooh, that's really red. Are you scratching it?
Kind of.
Yeah, don't. Okay, that's going to make it worse. But this should help. Keeping it moisturized. This is a very heavy, full-fat cream made of the pee of some animal, like out of their gland. I want to say it's a deer. I don't remember, honestly.
Okay.
But it is very heavy, and don't go washing your hands right now until it has had time to soak in. Let me see your elbows. They're doing all right, but I'm going to go ahead and just put a little dab, because a little dab will do you, right? Let me see the other one. Oh, did I get it on this part? Okay, let me see. It tickles?
Yeah, it kind of tickles.
Oh. Okay, now it is heavy cream. It does take time to soak in. Maybe to help it open your pores and get it all in there really good, go sit in the bathroom with the heater on for about 5 minutes and then just give it a chance. Is it burning at all?
It's been burning whenever I wash my hands.
I mean, does it burn right now while it's soaking in?
Kind
a little bit. Yeah, just kind of blow on them a little bit. But yeah, sit in under the heater in the bathroom for a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Love you. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Middle of the day for you. Yeah, sleep issues. They're tough, aren't they? Now that I'm older, my insomnia is more like, okay, it's bedtime, I'm ready to sleep, but now my kids aren't. But this has been an issue since my oldest son was 2. and he has mostly grown out of it, but still he struggles sometimes as well. But it always hits my kids as toddlers, every single one of them. My youngest, though, didn't have it as extreme until he was more like 5. I homeschool my kids, so how do they feel about going back to school? They don't. They have no feelings about that. Although once, the other kids go back to school, which I think they might have this week already, then other things are more available to us that aren't going to be so busy because the kids are there. The sons of Asher, according to their families, of Imnah, the family of the Imnites, of Ishvi, the family of the Ishvites, of Beriah, the family of the Berites, Of the sons of Beriah, of Heber, the family of the Heberites, of Malchiel, the family of the Malchielites. The name of the daughter of Asher was Sarah, or Serah. These are the families of the sons of Asher, according to those who were numbered of them, 53,400. Oh, wow. What are you studying, if you don't mind sharing? The sons of Naphtali, according to their families, of Jaziel, the family of the Jazielites, of Guni, the family of the Gunites, of Jezer, the family of the Jezerites, of Shillem, the family of the Shillemites. These are the families of Naphtali according to their families, and those who were numbered of them were 45,400. These are those who were numbered of the sons of Israel, 601,730. And I feel like they would be more like 700,000 by now if they hadn't, been smited repeatedly for, worshiping other things. You just completed university, bachelor's in commerce, master's in business administration, and also a diploma in hotel management. Wow, that sounds like a lot of school. Oh, accounting. Oh, you're good at the maths, huh? Kenneth, my oldest, is really good at math, but it's more the super duper complicated types.
I'm just coming in.
That's okay. These are those who were numbered of the sons of Israel. I already said that. 601,730. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Among these the land shall be divided for an inheritance according to the number of names. To the larger group you shall increase their inheritance, and to the smaller group you shall diminish their inheritance. Each shall be given their inheritance according to those who were numbered of them. But the land shall be divided by lot. They shall receive their inheritance according to the names of the tribes of their fathers. According to the selection by lot, their inheritance shall be divided between the larger and the smaller groups. These are those who were numbered of the Levites according to their families, of Gershon, the family of the Gershonites, of Kohath, the family of the Kohathites, of Merari, the family of the Merarites. These are the families of Levi, the family of the Libnites, the family of the Hebronites, the family of the Malites, the family of the Mushites, the family of the Korahites. Kohath became the father of Amram. The name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, who was born to Levi in Egypt, and she bore to Amram Aaron and Moses and their sister Miriam. To Aaron were born Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died when they offered strange fire before the Lord.
What's a strange fire, man?
They were supposed to do burnt offerings in a certain manner, and they didn't follow the rules, and so they died because they were like really close to God.
What?
Literally, and God was like, no way, I don't want this stinky stuff. And he was like, shh, and they were dead.
Why did he kill them?
Because they were priests.
Oh.
They were with Moses and his brother Aaron. They were Aaron's sons. And they gave God a burnt offering that wasn't fitting. but I will.
Oh,
We can read that later together, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Those who were numbered of them were 23,000, every male from a month old and upward, for they were not numbered among the sons of Israel, since no inheritance was given to them among the sons of Israel. These are those who were numbered by Moses and Eleazar the priest, who numbered the sons of Israel in the plains of Moab by the Jordan at Jericho. But among these there was not a man of those who were numbered by Moses and Aaron the priest, who numbered the sons of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. For the Lord had said of them, they shall surely die in the wilderness. And not a man was left of them except Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. And that was chapter 26. I'm sorry, maybe. Oh, 4 a.m. and you have to be up Bible study at 10. Oh, okay. Love you, sis. Thank you for being here and for handling business. I appreciate you. Sleep tight and dream sweet.
See you next stream.
Yeah, Stephen says, see you next stream. Oh, it scrolled me all the way back down again. I was on 26. Well, there's 36 chapters, but I don't think I'll be able to get that far. Yeah, we were headed into 27, right? We finished 26. I wish my phone wouldn't do that, but it's the app, I guess. So, I don't know, maybe we'll read till 30. How does that sound? Are you guys up for hanging out for 3 more chapters? I'll read 27, 28, 29, and then 30 is what we will start with next stream tomorrow. Awesome. Let me just take a drink and I will get going. I am out of drink. Give me just a second. I'm going to have my eldest son come and chat with you guys for a couple minutes while I go get something to drink and take my medication. Oh, I suppose, Hugo, I'll allow it this once. Just this once, though. Is James still here or did he have to go? I know he usually listens in the background if he's at work, but are you laughing at me or with me? I have 4 sons. I harass people. I would like to say it's what I do, but feed people is really what I do. I actually want that on my headstone. I want it to say she fed people, it's what she did. Oh, good. There's James. I need you to pop your head in when you got a chance. I am waiting for my son to come and just occupy the channel for a minute. Okay. Here's my phone. Here's where they're talking. You don't have to read if you don't want to. It's a bunch of names and stuff, but just chat. I have to get a drink and pills and stuff, and I'll be back.
Huggy. What's up, chat? But literally though, how y'all been? My name's Kenneth. I had somewhere I was going with that. I just came here from yeah. I just came from grinding Minecraft, so my brain's in grinding mode, so I'm like one track mind, you know. Um, I'm substitute teacher for a couple minutes while my church takes a break, but she feeds people with the word. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, me too. There's a server I've been playing on recently, and they have entrusted me with the role of server access. So now I can put data packs in the game, and I just put on a furniture data pack that they wanted me to put on, and that was cool. Yeah. I mean, I guess it goes without saying that she's the reason I'm a Christian, and I mean, Christ is the best thing that's ever happened to me, so it's the best thing that ever could happen to anybody, really. Hmm. Um, let's see. Um, dang it, I'm blanking on anything to say. I might as well just start reading. Numbers 27, a law of inheritance. Then the daughters of Zelophehad, yeah, the son of Hefer, the son of Gilead, the son of Mechir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, came near. And these are the names of his daughters, Mala, Noah, and Nogla. It's interesting how ancient names used to be different, because it's saying that his daughter's name was Noah, and that's modernly considered a male name. It is. Hello, you're back.
Somebody has a daughter named Noah, or just the Bible?
No, yeah, it's in the.
Yeah.
It's
I actually knew somebody who wanted to name their daughter Noah, and there is a Miley Cyrus's sister's name is Noah. I think that's who it is anyway.
Huh.
I have to take my pills still, so.
Oh, okay.
Were you reading?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay.
I blanked instantly. Sorry. And these are the names of his daughters: Mala, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tirzah. They stood before Moses and before Eleazar the priest and before the leaders and all the congregation at the doorway of the tent of meeting, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, yet he was not among the company of those who gathered themselves together against the Lord and the company of Korah. But he died in his own sin, and he had no sons. Why should the name of our father be withdrawn from among his family, because he had no son? Give us a possession among our father's brothers. So Moses brought their case before the Lord. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad are right in their statement. You shall surely give them a hereditary position among their father's brothers, and you shall transfer the inheritance of their father to them. Further, you shall speak to the sons of Israel, saying, If a man dies and has no son, then you shall transfer his inheritance to his daughter. If he has no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brothers. If he has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brothers. If his father has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his nearest relative in his own family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be a statutory ordinance to the sons of Israel, just as the Lord commanded Moses.
Stop? No, you
Yeah,
don't want to stop. You want to leave it on.
I've gotten decent at the names.
It stays on.
I've been listening to the audio Bible, and as I listen more and more to the names, I get better at, like, there's a couple patterns that come up in the names. And once you know how to say those ones, it's a little easier.
Can I at least wash the fronts of my hands?
Yes, you can. But don't wash the backs of your hands for
Like that one lady that gave all her, like, she was like super rich and gave all her inheritance to her cat, and all the like millions of dollars. She had an attendant that would make sure the cat got all of it. That like that one's. Yeah, I got to 12 here. If you want to continue.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
He said that you were a good substitute.
Oh, by the way, when you're done with stream here, you can log into the new computer.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's already.
That's crazy. Amazing. Thank you. I can't wait to see.
I totally thought there was going to be parts I was missing.
Me ending the live just right now. Bye, guys. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I actually did have it ready before you started the live, but I didn't have any of the
Software
operating
and
system.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I got everything's ready and up, and now you just need to sign in before Windows wants to finish setting up.
Oh, okay. Have you taken
oh.
your cough medicine today?
No. Where is it? It's not in my pocket.
How am I supposed to, like, watch you on the download and see if it helps if you haven't taken it? As soon as I ask if you've taken it, that ruins the whole thing. Okay, and what were you saying?
I went out in the garage, and one of the old computers we had out there, I tore some of the cables out of it, and it
perfect.
made it work.
Good.
I thought I was going to have to order it.
Oh, Dace is asking how many kids I have. I have 14.
I would die. I'm sorry.
I have 4 boys.
Three younger brothers is enough.
Avery said 2 younger brothers was enough.
Much more would drive any
She
man
said
insane.
what? There's a delay. I was waiting because I thought James would come in and call me out. No, I have 4. Okay, honey. First of all, it's expensive cream. Okay. Second of all, it isn't going to heal unless you let it soak in and stay there.
I know, but
So
washing my hands.
you will suffer longer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some lidocaine spray so that it will take the pain and itching away, and then it won't bother you to have the lotion on. So we'll get that tomorrow, okay? Oh yes, I do. I have 9 cats and 4 boys. I have also 5 babies waiting for me in heaven. So, but I only got to keep the 4 on this side, and that has been plenty. My life is very full, and my heart is very full. Huh, Kenneth?
Yeah.
My cup overfloweth in the way of kids, but not the whole 10 kids and counting type of overflowing.
Is that chill to talk about on stream? Hold on. Sorry.
Let me mute a second, guys. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
It's just, like, I didn't know they had gotten, like, quite so red.
Yeah, it's, especially right here. It almost looks like he's been bitten, and I wondered if he was scratching with his teeth.
Chronic skin rash or something.
It's eczema, honey. Yeah. Remember what he gets on his elbows? That's the same thing. Yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Do you think it'll go away? I know.
Oh, yeah.
There's a YouTuber, and you know what? I should probably tell Steven about it. There's a balloons YouTuber that I watch who has severe eczema all over his body.
Yeah, it's miserable. This should take care of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to take him to the doctor because they usually only offer it's a steroid type cream. And in recent years, when you start using that, it causes a withdrawal syndrome when you stop using it on your skin, and it makes it so much worse. And I just think if we can treat it with creams and stuff, and I'm going to tell you what, it's his diet where he was sneaking soda and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not helping matters. Oh, Hugo knows. Do you remember Hugo?
Balloons TD6, yep. I do remember Hugo. He's the one who asked me to do that one challenge on Minecraft, I think, right?
I'm not sure if that was him, but he was there around that time. Ever since soaps were introduced, skin issues started. My great grandma used gram flour when I was little and had glowing skin and not a single problem. Gram flour, huh? To wash your hands with? He said it was not him.
No.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah, I built her a
no, we
PC for
talked, I know who
Christmas.
you're talking about. That person, um, that was different. Remember, you got some weird vibes off of them? I believe, if I recall right, Hugo had the same vibes you did and told me about it later,
Oh
but I
yeah,
can't remember.
there was two people.
Yeah.
The other one was just acting a little weird, I
Yeah.
thought. Like,
Yeah, that's been a while back.
and like trying to take control of my stream or something. But Hugo was the good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
But
glad
yeah,
to see you came back a while ago.
I built her a PC out of it's mostly used parts, but I bought a couple new ones to bring it all together.
Is graham flour, are you talking about like graham crackers are made of?
No, the only problem with the PC is that it doesn't have like a built-in Wi-Fi module, and so I have the USB Wi-Fi antenna attached to it for now, but I don't know how well that will stand up to streaming. So it might be a good idea to try and string an Ethernet cable in here.
You're crazy. What if I get an extender,
uh,
a Wi-Fi extender?
the problem is it's just an old. Maybe you could get a more modern.
No, a Wi-Fi extender that I plug in here that extends our Wi-Fi to
Well,
reach
no,
over
it's
here.
not the
Oh, it
it's not the
won't.
Wi-Fi that's the problem. I mean, the
Oh.
Wi-Fi in here is as good as anywhere in the house. It's just the antenna is old, so you could get a more modern or better USB antenna, but it might work. I never had problems when I was using it for
Oh,
my
he said
casual
his
activity.
brother has a
It just
Wi-Fi
didn't.
antenna on his PC and it works well for
Yeah,
streaming.
I mean, USB Wi-Fi antennas are nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just a really old one, so I'm not sure how
Yeah.
it'll stand up to modern
Well,
streaming.
we'll test it out
Yeah,
tomorrow.
of course.
Make it into a paste and apply it. It can also be used as a face mask, and once it dries, you wash it. Huh. I'll have to look into that.
Interesting.
Okay, honey. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, he is tremendously smart. He scored in the top 10% in the whole nation for SAT score that he didn't even have to take. He just did it for fun. Oh, W, Kenneth. That's what Hugo said.
Definitely a W.
Okay, then the Lord said to Moses, "Go up to this mountain of Abiram and see the land which I have given to the sons of Israel. When you have seen it, you too will be gathered to your people as Aaron your brother was. For in the wilderness of Zin, during the strife of the congregation, you rebelled against my command to treat me as holy before their eyes at the water. These are the waters of Meribah of Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin." When Moses spoke to the Lord, saying, "May the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, appoint a man over the congregation who will go out and come in before them, and who will lead them out and bring them in, so that the congregation of the Lord will not be like sheep which have no shepherd." So the Lord said to Moses, "Joshua the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him, and have him stand before Eleazar the priest and before all the congregation, and command him in their sight. You shall put some of your authority on him in order that all the congregation of the sons of Israel may obey him. Moreover, he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall inquire for him by the judgment of the Urim before the Lord. At his command they shall go out, and at his command they shall come in, both he and the sons of Israel with him, even all the congregation." Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Yes, I'm so glad we have Jesus, the Holy Spirit. It's like, I think not that things are easy for us, but I think, we have the Holy Spirit, but I don't know. I just feel very, very blessed. God is good. Moses did just as the Lord commanded him, and he took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest and before all the congregation. Then he laid his hands on him and commissioned him, just as the Lord had spoken through Moses. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Command the sons of Israel, and say to them, You shall be careful to present my offering, my food for my offerings by fire of a soothing aroma to me, at their appointed time. You shall say to them, This is the offering by fire which you shall offer to the Lord: 2 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, as a continual burnt offering every day. You shall offer the 1 lamb in the morning, and the other lamb you shall offer at twilight. Also 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour for a grain offering, mixed with 1/4 of a hin of beaten oil. It is a continual burnt offering, which was ordained in Mount Sinai as a soothing aroma, an offering by fire to the Lord. Then the drink offering with it shall be 1/4 of a hin for each lamb. In the holy place you shall pour out a drink offering of strong drink to the Lord. Okay. The other lamb you shall offer at twilight, as the grain offering of the morning, and as its drink offering you shall offer it, an offering by fire, a soothing aroma to the Lord. Yeah, 28 and 29 will have to be the last of my reading tonight, because as you can hear, my voice is getting a little rocky, huh? Then on the Sabbath day, 2 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, and 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour, mixed with oil as a grain offering, and its drink offering. This is the burnt offering of every Sabbath, in addition to the continual burnt offering and its drink offering. Then at the beginning of each of your months you shall present a burnt offering to the Lord: 2 bulls and 1 ram, 7 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, and 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering for each bull, and 2/10 of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering for the 1 ram, and 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering for each lamb, for a burnt offering of a soothing aroma, an offering by fire to the Lord. Let me see comments. All the time. I love it. Somebody actually answers. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. See, I'm so glad we don't have to do that anymore, right? Now we offer our body and our lives. Not that that is easier or easy. Yeah, but I definitely prefer it this way. I was just saying the other night that I think reading the Old Testament is so important, for one reason being that hearing everything they went through and all that they did, and now knowing that we don't have to do that anymore, and how blessed we are, you know. Okay. Their drink offerings shall be 1/2 a hin of wine for a bull, and 1/3 of a hin for a ram, and 1/4 of a hin for a lamb. This is the burnt offering of each month throughout the months of the year. And 1 male goat for a sin offering to the Lord. It shall be offered with its drink offering, in addition to the continual burnt offering. Then on the 14th day of the first month shall be the Lord's Passover. On the 15th day of this month shall be a feast. Unleavened bread shall be eaten for 7 days. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work. I feel like it's a lot of times it repeats what was already said, and I'm thinking, did this throw me back again? But it didn't. You shall present an offering by fire, a burnt offering to the Lord: 2 bulls and 1 ram, and 7 male lambs, 1 year old, having them without defect. For their grain offering you shall offer fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for a bull, and 2/10 for the ram. 1/10 of an ephah you shall offer for each of the 7 lambs, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, to make atonement for you. You shall present these beside the burnt offering of the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. After this manner you shall present daily, for 7 days, the food of the offering by fire, of a soothing aroma to the Lord. It shall be presented with its drink offering, in addition to the continual burnt offering. On the 7th day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work. Also on the day of the first fruits, when you present a new grain offering to the Lord in your feast of weeks, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work. You shall offer a burnt offering for a soothing aroma to the Lord, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 male lambs 1 year old, and their grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for each bull, 2/10 for the 1 ram, 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs, also 1 male goat to make atonement for you. Besides the continual burnt offering and its grain offering, you shall present them with their drink offerings. They shall be without defect. Israel did sacrifice one recently. They even created a separate group called Temple Institute, whose mission is to establish their temple. Yeah, I heard that they did a practice one. Also, they were getting to where they were going to be starting work on the temple, right? There were even signs, like driving signs, pointing up to where they were going to build the temple. Yeah, I haven't in the last couple weeks done my Tuesday live, but on Tuesdays I usually do prophecy Bible study. You might be interested in that. Okay, so I'm going to start the final chapter for tonight. Actually, let me check something real quick first, because I think they said there were 30 something chapters in Numbers, right? I'm going to scroll back into this to see. Oh, I have a wee child coming to see me. Oh, it's a middle child. Hello.
Who is this child?
You.
Oh.
What child is this? That's all I know. It's you, silly. I'm scrolling. Oh, for some reason I thought you were going to knock something down. Okay. I hope I didn't go out of order. Okay, I didn't. Yeah, we just read all of Numbers, and there's 36 chapters, and then we do Deuteronomy, and then Joshua, and Judges, and Ruth, and then we start kind of going out of order soon after that. So yeah, this will be the last chapter for tonight. You guys have been amazing. I love it when we have a group that wants to chat and discuss, and you guys are such a blessing to me. Oh, James, you're going.
Bye.
You don't want to hear this last chapter?
Bye,
But
James.
yeah, okay.
See you
I
next
will
stream.
I will see you next stream. I hope
God
you have a
bless.
wonderful day, or sleep and dream sweet. Now in the 7th month, on the 1st day of the month, you shall also have a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work. It will be to you a day for blowing trumpets. You shall offer a burnt offering as a soothing aroma to the Lord, 1 bull, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs, 1 year old without defect. Also their grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for the bull, 2/10 for the ram, and 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs.
Is that how you make a computer? I'm kidding.
You're silly.
I heard RAM.
Oh, I see. No, that is an animal, sir. Offer 1 male goat for a sin offering to make atonement for you, besides the burnt offering of the new moon and its grain offering, and the continual burnt offering. Did you sneeze?
Yes.
God bless you. And its grain offering and their drink offerings according to their ordinance for a soothing aroma, an offering by fire to the Lord. Oh, well, it's wonderful to have people to talk to, and what could be better than talking about God and Jesus, and iron sharpens iron, and it's so important. And I'm telling you, this channel, the people I've met through it, it has been such a blessing to me. So you guys make it easy.
Yeah, but some people.
Oh yeah, but that's okay. We're not gonna talk about some people. because I have many mods now, and they are doing their jobs quite well. All these animals should be without defect, same way Jesus was, also without the defect of sin, as he was not born for the seed of man. He is a perfect sacrifice. Yes. Every time it says without defect, I'm thinking that really goes without saying. But God is so thorough. He doesn't leave anything to chance or anything up for confusion in these old laws, right? You would think with how detailed and how stringent it all seemed to be that people would not want to sin, you know? Then on the 10th day of the 7th month, you shall have a holy convocation, and you shall humble yourselves. You shall not do any work. You shall present a burnt offering to the Lord as a soothing aroma, 1 bull, 1 ram, 7 male lambs, 1 year old, having them without defect, and their grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for the bull, 2/10 for the 1 ram, 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs, 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the sin offering of atonement, and the continual burnt offering and its grain offering and their drink offerings. Then on the 15th day of the 7th month you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work, and you shall observe a feast to the Lord for 7 days. You shall present a burnt offering, an offering by fire as a soothing aroma to the Lord, 13 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old, which are without defect, and their grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for each of the 13 bulls, 2/10 for each of the 2 rams, and a tenth for each of the 14 lambs, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, its grain offering and its drink offering.
Off chapter. About remember earlier. What did those people give God? The priest give the God? What did they give God that made him just make them die?
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. It wasn't that they gave him something, they burnt something they shouldn't have, or I'll have to go back and read it for you, okay?
Okay.
It was Aaron's first 2 sons that were the first 2 priests with him. Then on the 2nd day, 12 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, and their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs by their number according to the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering and its grain offering and their drink offerings. Then on the 3rd day, 11 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, and their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs by their number according to the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering and its grain offering and its drink offering. Then on the 4th day, 10 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs by their number according to the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. Then on the 5th day, 9 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, and their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, by their number according to the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering and its grain offering and its drink offering. Then on the 6th day, 8 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, and their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, and the greens, the beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram. I couldn't help myself. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I think you might get it.
And 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offerings. Then on the 7th day, 7 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, and their grain offering, their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, by their number according to the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering.
Greens.
Yeah, you name it. See, all these burnt offerings continued till 70 See, till the second temple was destroyed. Now they stick with prayer and scripture reading. Yeah.
Green.
On the 8th day, you shall have a solemn assembly. You shall do no laborious work. And every time I read the word laborious, I'm thinking of, and this may age me, Dexter's Laboratory. It was an old cartoon. But you shall present a burnt offering, an offering by fire as a soothing aroma to the Lord, 1 bull, 1 ram, 7 male lambs, 1 year old without defect, their grain offering and their drink offering for the bull, for the ram, and for the lambs, by their number according to the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides a continual burnt offering and its grain offering and its drink offering. Honey, when you kick this, it's kind of noisy probably on the mic. Okay, I'm going to take a drink and then continue. Okay. Oh, you used to watch that? Oh, you youngin'. Oh, hang on just a second. Okay. I didn't scroll down, did I?
I don't
Let's see. You shall present these to the Lord at your appointed times, beside your votive offerings and your freewill offerings, for your burnt offerings, and for your grain offerings, and for your drink offerings, and for your peace offerings. Moses spoke to the sons of Israel in accordance with all that the Lord had commanded Moses, and that was chapter 29 of Numbers, guys.
Have a good night.
Get out of here. You're just trying to kick them straight out. Come on. I'm going to read the comments. You name it. Yeah, I already covered that one. I thought there was more comments. I guess not. Oh, this has been fun. Let's see. Did I beat how many? If this is 30, so I read 26 chapters. No, I haven't read 30, so 25 chapters. And the other night I only read 21. Only. I use that term loosely, I guess.
World record. Now all of you get out. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nobody get out.
No, nobody get out. But I am going to call it for tonight. I appreciate all of you for being here. Hugo said, well, have a good night. Hugo, I don't know why I reverted back to Hugo again. Have a good night. God bless you. Thank you for reading to us. You are most welcome. I'm so glad to know you guys. And I'm really glad that Saren, is it Saren or Saran? Or I like to pronounce names properly. Or was it Dace that joined the Discord? Anyway, you guys are welcome over there. If you'd like to chat and stuff like that. I appreciate all of you. God bless you and have a wonderful day, or sleep tight and dream sweet. Night, sis. Thank you for coming. Okay, Sarah joined. Awesome.
Sharon just
Okay, well, she joined earlier tonight. I just couldn't remember if it was her or Dace. I think it's Dace. Let me see. Yeah, Dace.
Because we were ending the stream.
Oh.
I thought someone was joining in.
Oh, no. Well, somebody did just pop in to this live, but I was talking about the Discord. Okay, so I love you guys. Jesus loves you.
Sorry for the viewer who got in too late.